Sorry. Please forgive. Please forgive me. Oh no.
Radio gods on the.
All right, enough of that. The test.
The
Let's take a test.
test.
Let's take a test, Spencer. Let's see what's going on.
Oh god.
Ooh.
Who's gonna read?
Who-
Do you want to
Now.
read? Yeah.
In order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions, and you must answer them honestly. Like, honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer them with truth, even if that's hard to say. Oh no.
Hooligans.
Oh. We all want to be good people. We rarely want to admit our faults, grievances, or mistakes. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Or do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or would you rather live a lie just to hide from yourself? Dang, okay.
What's his? Is the top of his head his face, or is the middle his face?
It looks like somebody took Igor from Persona and put it on like standard wizard asset 3. It's kind of weird. The process is very simple in theory. Just answer a long series of questions. I do this every year for the census. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truth in your own mind and life so that you can predict your future. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future here. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. What the? Is this freaking
It's gonna lock our brain.
What's that wrestler? I'll remember him probably later on. But
Oh god.
friggin', oh, you didn't? Road Dogg, freaking Road Dogg, Jesse James. You didn't know? As long as the answers you provide to the questions asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. Is this a sixth sense? Are we learning? This isn't psychic. Oh, okay, never mind. This isn't a personality test. This is simply nature. I don't think nature made questionnaires, but you know. I'm just saying, you know, this feels like a very nurture-esque thing. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply taking this is simply nature taking its course. Sorry,
Thank God we're not doing
ignore that.
anything else.
Thank God, this is the human. Well, attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on the circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. You could have said that in like 10 less
We're
words.
gonna die.
I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you're a willing participant, we will be unlocking some substantial information today.
We're gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail.
Insert the KDA Here We Go sound clip. Would you be alright with living alone forever? Now, this is kind of weird, because now this is going to be both of us answering, right? Or, like, is it just going to be you? I don't know. Do you want to
We could both answer it. I mean, it's just, who are we going? Are we going with my answers or your answers?
I think we'd have to debate back and forth on it, right?
Well, I think it'll get screwed if we mix our answers together.
Well, that's the thing. If we answer it together and then talk back and forth, maybe we'll agree on one or the other.
Oh my God, debate.
And if we disagree, then I guess we go with yours because you're the player. I have no say. My mouse does nothing, so it's up to you. But would you be alright living alone forever? Honestly, no. I like background noise, so like having somebody else walk around in the background.
Well, alright. Will you be alright? You're not like... It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
I mean, I'd hate it, absolutely. All right would not be the word I would use for living alone forever, to be personally honest. Like, I need background noise. I need other people doing stuff to be happy, I guess, because I've been in homes alone and like places alone, and I always hate it because it's so silent, and I hate the silence. So I definitely wouldn't be all right. I would be terrified, actually.
I think I could, because really I begin to feel rushed because of other people. But if I'm alone forever, there's no rush to do anything. I could do whatever I want at my own pace, at my own comfortable way.
But it's the added forever at the end. Now, if it was like, would you be okay living alone like for a couple years? I'm like, yeah, fine. You know, but it's the fact that that's the rest of your life and forever on that you have to take into account. It's not just like, would you be all right living alone for whatever? It's like,
Everything you could just do whatever. You could just explode and be fine. If you can't die.
I mean,
yeah,
I
I don't think
like,
forever specifically means that you can't die, admittedly.
Well, no, I'm not taking
I
that.
think forever is just a lifetime.
I'm thinking for like the rest of your life, you know?
I don't think that's too bad.
I would kind of hate it. I mean, I guess I could see myself being okay after a while.
Because then the rules of society does not apply to you. You literally get to do whatever you want.
I mean, that's not entirely true.
If you're alone,
well, yeah, if you live alone, but it's not like you don't abide by society's laws.
But you are
still
living alone. You are alive. There's nothing else.
I don't think it's talking about like being in the ether.
Well, it said make your own situation, so right? I don't think when living alone forever, I don't think it's that simple, mate.
I mean, my first reaction wasn't, oh, what happens if I go to the freaking back rooms and stay there forever? You know, my first reaction was,
back rooms either. I'm just thinking like all of a sudden you're just alone.
This is already bad. We're on question 1.
I know, right?
I mean, it would take me a long time to get used to it, I guess. It would definitely be a couple years.
I think I would be all right.
I just know it would take me a long time to come to grips with it. It would just really friggin' suck for the first like year or
Stuff
two.
we need for podcasts, dude. These types
Absolutely.
of questions.
I mean, go with yes, because I think after a while I would get used to it. I just would absolutely hate it at first. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? Well, what kind of question is this? Also, black's not a color. It's a shade. I'm gonna get like yelled at for that.
No.
I mean, there's not a lot of thinking behind this question. I like blue.
I like blue, but
my
I
favorite
wear black
combinations
more
are,
than anything.
I was about to say my favorite combinations are stuff with black.
Yeah.
So,
it's
like,
kind of hard to.
Well, it sucks whenever I look over to my second monitor and I see Makoto Yuki from Persona 3 with his blue striking hair. I'm like,
I don't.
But no,
think...
he's wearing a black. He wears a black blazer. So
I like blue, but I don't think I like it more than black.
I think you can do a lot more with black with like color swapping.
Blue is very.
It's a very straightforward color.
Yeah, it's a very hold your ground.
Like, sure, there's a bunch of tints and shades to it, but it's a very like this is the color, you know.
So we agree.
Yeah, I agreed. No.
We the council has made the decision.
If you found money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them?
Well,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, like what?
It's not
it's
even
probably
like
not even that much money, dude. It's like probably a 20.
It's not even
Even
like
if it's 100, I don't think it's worth trying to get away with 100. Because if it's someone you know.
But if it's someone I know, then like I feel like if I know them, see that's the thing.
Unless they just dropped it. Just walking on the street. Because that has happened before.
I mean, if they dropped it, why would I not? You know.
Yeah, like either way, this is just a moral question.
Well, for me, morality doesn't even come into it. It's just how I was like. It's just how I see it as like, well, whatever. I mean, what's the point of taking it?
I just
Kinda
don't think it's
rude.
worth it. I don't
It's
think
kind
it's
of rude
worth.
and not worth it.
I
Yeah.
don't think. I don't think the price would be worth it.
The price is not right.
So yes.
Wait, was that the? Hold on. Did the second part of that question say, would you take it or would you return it? I forgot already.
Would you return it?
Okay, yeah, then yes. I got really confused. All right.
If you, I
Are you-
swore it was if you found money and you knew who it belonged to, would you return it?
But now, oh well. Are you sure you want the answers you seek?
What
That's a weird
answers are
question.
we looking for? Are we talking about our own answers that we are, or is it the answers here?
I mean, the answer that I seek is, what will I have for lunch tomorrow? I don't really. I mean, if I want answers, I usually want my answers. You know. Like if I'm looking for an answer to something, I'm usually like, yeah, I want the answer. I don't care if it's good or bad. I want to at least know.
I'm more questioning what is the answer.
I think.
Well, no,
it's-
I mean, what is the question that we're trying to seek the answer for?
I don't see it as that. I see this as a question more of like, if you were to want an answer, do you really want the answer that you're looking for, regardless of the question?
I suppose so. Then.
Yeah,
I
I must say
mean-
for me, it's like, yeah, of course. I don't care if it's good or bad. If I want an answer, give me the answer. Are you afraid of spiders? Not really. I'm afraid
Are
of their
we-
anatomy. Disgusting and weird. But-
What type of spider are you talking about, though?
I mean, if we're talking about like house spiders,
House spiders are fine.
like the rainforest spiders that are like 8 feet tall or whatever, whatever those things are.
Talking about Harry
Like,
Potter.
I mean, okay, if we're talking about like rainforest spiders, then yeah. But other than that, like house spiders.
I think
no.
spiders in general, no.
Yeah, spiders in general don't really scare me. They're kind of gross, but not scary. I'm just kind of like, ew.
I'm more
Bugs in
afraid of
general are
breaking
weird.
them than actual, like, being afraid of them.
The thing I'm more
Like, if
afraid
that
of is
makes
if I
sense.
squish it and then I lift it up like that one video of the eggs popping out, like a million show up. I'm more
Oh
afraid
yeah,
of that.
that you just burn it at that point. I'm sorry,
You just
but
burn the whole house, the whole person, the whole everything. Whatever touched it, you burn it. Yeah, no, I'm more afraid of that than an actual just a spider or 2 or 3 or
well,
whatever.
spiders. There's an S
Yeah,
there.
spiders. Well, yeah, that's why I said or 2 or 3 or whatever. So
Overall, I don't think so.
no, on an overall scale, no. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava?
Yes.
That's a really weird question. But honestly, yeah, just to know what it would be like, I guess. I'm
Content.
Disney for the content. Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're jumping into lava.
I mean, unscathed.
You just JoJo it, basically. You do the Cars thing. Use the what is it?
Well,
like,
hurt and
not quite-
unscathed, I feel like are two separate things.
Well, I don't think so. Unscathed in like.
That's a
all the
lot of
text
heat.
stuff. Well, yeah, of course, but unscathed would mean like you come out without any scars or anything from it. Of course, maybe it would hurt, but I would say yes, just to see what it was like. If I knew somehow,
It's
some,
It's
like,
your
miracle-
one-trick pony, dude. You just get a bunch of people
That's
together.
my party
Yo,
trick.
watch this.
That's my party trick. I take
We have to
everybody
go
in
to
the house
Hawaii.
party to, like- yeah, I take everybody to Hawaii and just jump in the water. Check
Yes.
this out. Do a flip. Would you consider yourself to be fat? Well, dang. Honestly, no.
No.
No, if I was fat, then my doctor would be calling me a lot more often. I feel. Not to make fun of anybody.
I don't
who's
think
fat.
I'm there yet. Honestly, I got a good metabolism.
No, I think I'm good. I'm in a good weight range.
It's my
actually.
winter coat. Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't consider myself to be fat. Not at all. Would you say that you have lots of charisma? I didn't know we were playing Fallout. Is this the freaking Gek exam?
The first thing that I went to is me with my bargaining skills, I think. That's the first thing my head went to with charisma.
I
At
don't
least
think
my
I
own
have a lot of.
charisma.
I don't think I had a.
It's showing right now.
Obviously, I don't because I can't talk. But I don't think I have a lot of charisma. But I think I have a lot of. I think I can string together strange words and sentences and stuff pretty easily. As in, like, I can come up with really dumb things to say that would make it seem as though I have a lot of charisma. But personally, for me, I don't think I do. I just say dumb things that are funny sometimes, and people laugh. So it's like whatever.
I think I do.
I mean, I give it to you to say yes, honestly. I'm pretty sure I don't have charisma. I feel like I have. I feel like I have the equivalent of a silver tongue for like. It's the equivalent of a silver tongue for. I guess comprehension rather than charisma. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's really hard to put it in a way that makes sense without me sounding pretentious. I don't know. I'd give it to you for yes. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? I mean, I'm not into that.
Frozen in a moment, or are we talking about time travel stuff? Like, what type of frozen are we talking?
Either way, no. I feel like missing out on any time of life is kind of like,
I'm just trying to think.
I don't know if it means like to go into the future or be like, oh, you're temporarily frozen in an ice cube and then
Fallout
unfrozen.
4.
Yeah, Fallout 4 it. No.
I'm not sure.
Sean! No, I don't think so. I mean, this is like the complete opposite of the lava one, right? They're basically giving us a 180 on it, right? Of like, would you rather feel fire or feel ice? I don't think I would because it doesn't.
They're so specific. I feel like there's something behind these questions already.
Here's the thing that speaks out to me. It doesn't say anything about pain or anything like that.
I'm telling you, I
like
bet
being
you.
frozen for any point of time is a bad thing for a human body.
Oh, but why would it be these specific questions already? I feel like something.
I mean, I guess no, but I guess
don't you think
cryotherapy
something is getting strung together? The fact that we're talking about fire and ice.
I guess. Yeah. No. Obviously there is, but I don't
Something's
think so.
behind this. Something's happening that we don't know.
Okay, on a base level, I'd say no. I think I don't want to, because I feel like if I was frozen, maybe I'd miss out on time that I could use somewhere
I
else.
just instantly my mind goes to like how
At least
Outriders is how just born into Badlands.
like at least with the lava one, I would at least experience it. With the frozen one, I'm not sure how that would work.
That's a gamble.
Yeah, the frozen one's a bit more.
You
of a
can't
gamble
predict the future. Like
well,
that.
you can't predict what would happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you can't. Well, I can't even
Not that
predict what
far.
would happen to me while I'm frozen. Like what would happen to my body? Are we talking about frozen?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
cryogenically,
That's why my mind went to like Outriders, how it literally just a group of
Yeah,
bandits
I'm
just
saying
busted
no.
him out. It's like, hi.
Yeah, I'm saying no. Big ol' NO for this one.
Make me a robot.
Beep boop. This is all very interesting. Well, you're very condescending. Did you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions, when put together, spell the name Satan?
What did
Did
I
they?
tell you?
Did
What
they?
did I tell you?
Hold on. Wait, no. No, they have they?
Well, Frozen and
They're frozen. No, spiders. Spiders was not that long. Spiders was 3 questions ago, wasn't it? It was frozen.
no spiders.
No, it was frozen charisma, and then spiders. Those were the last three.
No.
Were they not? What was
You're
the
saying
one after?
we just went through Frozen.
Yeah, I'm going backwards through the letters.
Yeah, you are going back.
Yeah, wasn't spiders the third one? Wasn't that right before charisma? I'm pretty sure that was right before charisma.
Charisma, yeah. Spiders, charisma.
Yeah, so no, they haven't. Unless we're just dumb. Oh, well, I won't lump you in. Unless I'm just dumb.
Well, I told you, I felt like something was happening, but
I don't think so, though.
I don't think specifically. Well, I wasn't guessing that.
I think lava would have been.
Either way, it's a no. We did not realize that.
Well, no, we didn't realize it, and also I don't think so. I'm pretty sure.
Either way, it's a no.
I'm gonna go back and edit this and be like, oh god dang it, but no.
You probably are being Dumbo right now. I bet you.
I don't think it was though.
I believe
go ahead
it was.
I would say no. Yeah. Does that make you uncomfortable? Not really.
No.
No, not really. Just a little confused is all. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? Well, considering it, okay, this is a completely like off tangent thing that me and you are only gonna get. The thing in frickin' the thing with the lemon juice. You know it. I'll put a little like text blurb here to explain it.
It's just
quickly,
a screenshot. So the background, there you go.
Yeah, too, but I'll just like put a text blurb or something in to explain it. But yeah, no, obviously not. Even though it wasn't a hidden puzzle, it was just that we had to look at
I'm just trying to think for myself.
looked at the fridge and there was a lemon. Oh, I realized. We sat there and read that paper for like 4 hours.
It's a maybe for myself, I think.
I think it's a maybe for me too, but I feel like I'm leaning more towards no because when it comes to puzzles and stuff, I need to have it at least stand out a little bit for me to understand if it's a puzzle or not. Like that's the big thing for me. If I know it's a puzzle,
well,
then
puzzles
I
are
can probably figure it
clues. We're jumbling puzzle and clues together. I think so.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm leaning more towards no because the clues is a maybe, but the puzzles for me is a no. It took me like 2.5 hours to realize that the picture puzzle for PT. So
they didn't
I'm
for
kind
me
of
though. That's why I'm like,
I'm leaning more towards no, but again, this is the thing where it's like if it's both of us, then probably yeah. Like both of us would be able to figure it out.
I was able to break a record of the Resident Evil escape room, so.
I mean, if you want to say yes, again, we're probably going to go more for your option since you're the player. I'm just the voice inside your head.
Yeah, I'm also ADHD. I'm like a roller coaster when it comes to
dang it,
intelligence.
man, that doesn't freaking help this. You gotta make the commitment.
What would you think for me?
Be like, for you, we don't play many puzzle games together.
We gotta change that.
That's the thing. Yeah, we probably do need to change that. But yeah, we don't play many puzzle games together.
I felt like we've been in a good
then
amount
again,
of puzzle
you have
experiences,
figured out,
though.
Then again, you have figured out some freaking weird crap.
I know. That's why I'm like, I'm a
mean,
metal detector for the weird things, man.
Again, if we're going for your answer, I would give you a yes.
Okay, because I'm like iffy on it, but
just because of the weird stuff I've seen you pull. Are you now wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? To be fair, not really. I'm more wondering where this is actually like leading to than anything else. But I guess I'll pay attention now.
Like kind of, but not really. But I guess kind of still kind of counts.
I mean, I guess I would say yes since I just said I'm gonna pay more attention to it. I suppose. Like I'll definitely keep my eyes out more now that you pointed out that there is going to be something, I guess. Have you been
Yes.
entirely honest with your answers thus far? Well, yeah, we've been definitely trying. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? Afraid isn't the word.
No.
Afraid is not the word. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly?
No.
Well, what can you do? You're in a video game. Are you wondering how these questions can take a strange turn? No, somebody just coded it in. Sorry, that's the pessimistic view. Suspension of disbelief. This is a video game. I mean, I kind of assumed they were going to take a weird turn at some point.
I think that was a yes for you.
What do you mean?
I
I knew I knew they were going to do something. I was just waiting for it. Again, I'm more wondering where it goes to than what it is right now. I mean, I'd say, I guess no. Because I'm not really wondering about it, I just want to know where it goes. Would you consider yourself captivated? Honestly, yeah. I want to know, man. I want to know what's going on. Very interesting. Would you consider yourself to be brave?
Brave and stupid is very thin line.
I would say bravery and stupidity. They're playing limbo with each other.
I think so.
I'm a freaking coward. If I say yes to this after the freaking Phasmophobia video drops, then I'd be a liar.
I mean, I've done a
Oh,
candle
God.
run on Phasma, so
I was too terrified to even go into the house at a point. I was just like standing in the door, and I still died.
I think I believe I can confidently say yes to this.
Yeah, if we're going with your answer, then go ahead. I know I'd
I'm
be
the
lying.
horror maniac, okay?
And yet I'm the one over here playing horror games on my own. I'm terrified. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? Well, the average these
My
days
intelligence
is
is
kind of low.
going up and down.
I'm gonna quote it's pretty dumb for me to do this. I'm gonna quote Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club here. I'm only intelligent in the things I have experience with. So intelligence to me is a rather dumb word. I mean, I call people intelligent all the time, but it's more of like a meme than being actually honest about it. But I mean, I'm only intelligent in the things I've had experience with, and I've had experience with a lot of things. So I mean,
I feel like there's a thin little piece where like I'm a little bit above there, but it's so small that it might as well be
it's
just
very
average.
marginal. You know? Well, there is no like.
It definitely sprouts in somewhere else.
I mean, I'd say probably yes, because I'm a techie guy. Like I have a lot of like game and tech knowledge. I can safely say a yes for most things that involve like technology. Other than that, absolutely not.
I don't think above average.
If you're saying no, then go ahead. Again, we're going with your answers more.
The thing, I think with how our knowledge is that it evens out. There's a lot of things that our intelligence drops down in, but there's also a lot that goes up in.
You know, I 100% agree with that.
So we more balance out this roller coaster then.
Yeah. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? Well, I mean, I've been trying to pay attention, but not exactly. I'm trying to see if there's any correlation. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? Kind of?
I suppose so.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about it now that you're bringing it up. Only because you're bringing it up. Like, that's the thing. If you didn't bring it up, then it would be a no. But the fact that you brought it up is an immediate yes. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take, or how many questions exist in this session? I mean, I wasn't really thinking about that until.
I don't think so.
No, I guess I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just kind of going
I'm
along with
just
the ride.
in this vehicle.
I'm more wondering how your hat looks like that. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Of course, I can be impatient for certain things, but in general, I'm very patient.
I'm not sure for myself.
I would say yes for me.
There's a few things I can easily be very impatient of. But yet there's other things that I'm stupidly patient for.
I mean, I already locked in my answer.
I'm trying to think of mine. Yes.
Do most humans annoy you? Jesus.
So most. Not all,
Most.
but most.
Not all.
Mm,
On the whole, no.
I don't think so. There's a chunk, but not. Most is, I feel like, above 50%.
Well, yeah, of course.
Which I'm feeling like around 70 or 80% is what, at least that's where my kind of.
What, 70 or 80% annoy you?
No, one word, most.
Oh, okay.
Like most of it, you know, like most.
Let's say, dang, you are you are a very, very dark person. I hate human. I'd say no.
I don't think
Like,
so.
I try my best to keep an open mind for people.
Now, irritating. No.
Well, I'd put that under annoyance. Do you prefer animals to people? Well, sadly, yes. It's weird. I feel like I can be a lot more open when speaking to an animal than a person, because for some reason that added on feeling of they won't really understand what I'm saying. It's weird. Venting to an animal and venting to a person are two very different things. Like, if you've ever vented to like your dogs, you would
To me,
understand.
this feels like would I rather have animals around me than people?
Yeah, and I would rather live with animals than people. Actually, it's kind of weird. Like, to take it back to the very first question, if it was say like, would you rather live with animals than people? I would say yeah. I mean, I prefer animals. I just feel like there's something weird about interacting with an animal that gives you a different sort of experience than with a person, and it's almost a little bit more personal sometimes, especially when you've known the animal like for like a week or so. It's the fact that animals can bond. I guess not on the whole, but like for the most part, animals seem to bond a lot quicker to things than humans do.
Oh, my scenario in my head isn't what you were thinking.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. It's completely different.
I'd say no.
All right, go ahead. Do you believe in magic?
Ugh. This is gonna be
I'm
the
a
20-minute question. This is gonna be the 20-minute question.
I'm a very scientific person, okay? But I have an open mind to everything. I understand that science can explain pretty much everything that happens, but I still think there are things that we cannot explain. And magic is in that range of that's a possibility.
I call things magic constantly, though.
But that doesn't really count.
If something is happening that I do not understand, I tend to say magic.
Well, calling it magic and it actually being magic are kind of.
Well, what do we know? What is magic fully then?
But that's what I'm saying. I'd
The
like to keep an
aether.
open mind about it. So not while I don't exactly. While I don't exactly believe in it, I'd like to keep an open mind to it. So I'm a lot more leaning towards yes than no. Like again, I'm a
I
very
think there is
scientific
some
person.
form of magic.
There's some form of magic, or if it's not called magic, it's called something else. But there's something out there. There's definitely something out there that science cannot like explain. There's got to
So
be. There's
lean
no way
towards
there
yes.
isn't. I'd lean more towards yes. Well, it's not exactly the word believe, but you know, do you believe in God or the existence of some form of higher power?
No.
Yes. Okay. I said this to multiple people, and they've all. The two reactions I usually get are wow, okay, or really offended. The way that gods are depicted, I do not believe in that. However, I believe there is something. Again, it's something that science can understand or can explain. It's got to be something. You know?
I'm sure
So,
there is, but I don't think a form of like high power, like a god-esque level, is.
well, I don't.
I don't think
Well,
it's that.
when I see the words higher power, I don't think of God. I think of there's something else. It doesn't have to be like an entity. It doesn't have to be like a god that we depict. It can be anything. A form of higher power can be anything. I think, and I think there's something out there. There has to be
Existence
something.
of some form of higher power, to me, that's like demigods or such. You know? That's how I'm seeing it.
We have different depictions of that, like completely. Then, because like even to me, the higher power could be something that science can explain and can understand, but it's something that we can't control using science. You know, that's what I'm thinking maybe too. Like that gets lumped in there as well. It's always a possibility. Like to me, there's something out there.
I want to lean towards no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards yes, but it's your choice ultimately. But no, I do think there's something out
It's
there.
just that the way it is worded, I don't think I could agree to it.
I mean, it is weird. It's very
It's
weirdly worded.
very specifically worded. And
All these
my
questions
brain
are either
go, no.
weirdly worded or specific, and I think they're meant to be.
I say no.
All right.
I don't disagree with your type of situation, but the situation up here is in my head.
No, yeah, that's what it is. Man. What this questionnaire seems to be. Do you fear death? No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something to fear. I don't see it as something terrifying. I see it as something more just like
I'm
like,
more of like, oh man, I'm gonna miss out on this.
It's a morbid,
like if I die.
it's a morbid curiosity.
Yeah.
I want to know what happens, but I'm not willing to like push myself to that point where it happens too early.
So find out right now.
You're not. Oh crap! This is a question. Are you attracted to someone whom you're not currently in a relationship with? Oh, what a question.
There's the personal.
Hey B, will you marry me?
Oh God.
No.
I have money to do that if I wanted to.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna leave it as if I don't have enough money to do that. I'd be like, oh. No. This is a really weird question. So I'm not sure how to exactly
Attracted
answer.
could be in many forms.
See, I see attracted
Many
as
descriptions
relationship
of
ways
attracted.
due to the second half of it.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a relationship-wise attraction, but
If it was just attraction of like I am interested to learn what people are thinking, then this would have been a yes. I'm still not sure though. I haven't really thought about that recently. I've been more focused on just living.
out of the money be doing this type of stuff.
I'm trying to dodge flying microbes getting in my mouth and making me sick.
Paid $1.50. You think for this game? You think I could be doing that right now?
Shut up. No, I I don't think so. Like, after I'm thinking about everything, not really. You're taking a minute to answer this one.
I'm scanning through my head, man. I'm like going through the list, like a phone with contacts. I'm just going through each name. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm like I'm thinking
scanning.
about it too, but I'm not. Nothing's standing out.
I wouldn't say
Not to say
attractive.
that not to say that any of the
I'm
people
not
that I
going
know are
out
bad.
of my way type of thing right now for a relationship.
Yeah.
Not
Again,
yet.
like I've told you multiple times, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. No, whatever. Not really.
It's like
I find it hard to
my
get attracted to
bottom
people at this point.
thing I need to worry about right now.
Yeah, I'm more worried about just surviving this crisis. Did you answer that last question with 100% honesty? Well, yeah. I'm just a lot more focused on the life. Are you alone? No, I'm here.
No, we're not. Well, what's up? Physically or like?
I mean, I don't think you're alone either, right? I know I'm not.
I guess
The
no.
dog's right over there. If I told you with utmost certainty that there's something watching you, would you believe me?
Yeah,
I mean, my phone's watching me 24/7 trying to figure out what to
I'm sure
give
there's
me a
always
sec.
something watching.
Cameras everywhere, dude.
The whole world is a camera, dude.
The whole world is a live stream.
The government
Go
is just watching vlog
FBI
live
guy,
streams, dude.
FBI guys there. Thanks for the tier 3 sub. Have you wondered who I am? I mean, I wondered about your hat. I mean, I guess, yeah. I'd like to know who you are. Have you had shivers at any point during this session?
No.
No, not really. No. Sorry, man. Do you feel like you're being watched? I mean, to go back to the other question, yeah.
Yeah,
I I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thanks,
that's
MJ.
common paranoia.
Yeah, I think that's just a thing that's always around. Have you
No.
considered quitting this session early? No. Do you drink water every day? I try to, yeah.
Every 24 hours, yeah.
Yeah. I try my
Every
utmost
day is
certainty to
24
drink.
hours.
Yeah, I try my utmost certainty to drink water, and if not, I at least drink tea. You eat at least once per day every day.
Yeah.
What kind of? I'm not on a fast, man. Do you realize that you've missed 7 hidden messages thus far?
No, I did not realize that.
You know, I forgot to look. My attention span was elsewhere. Do you realize that you just missed another one? Did I? Are you sure?
Oh, God.
Do you realize that you just missed 7 hidden messages so far? I don't see anything in that. Are you wondering what they were? I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
Would it bother you to never know without... Oh, wait. Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? I guess it wouldn't bother me. I'm still a little... I'm kind of concerned now that you're pointing them out so frequently.
Part of me rather... I'm sure there's something.
I'd rather... I'd rather not know and it not bother me than know and it bother me. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not... That's not the answer I'm here looking for either. I'm looking for where this is going rather than looking for messages. Is your favorite number 7? Oh, I think I know what it was.
What?
I think it's something to do with either it's like a 7 wording system, or like I know 7 was in there. I think it's like a 7 wording system, or the last 7 questions in between the last weird question. It's something between those two. I'm trying to think, but I can't remember. No, my favorite number is actually 15. I'm not even lying. I like 15.
Yeah, no, I don't think 7 is. I don't spark with joy with 7. What was
my
that
top three
show?
numbers.
What was that cleaning show, dude? With the very. She's a short Asian woman.
Wow, what a description.
And she tells you to grab objects and kind of like just soak it in a bit and be like, does this make me happy or not? Then in the end, you're like, this doesn't make me happy, so you get rid of it.
Please find that for me because I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was a show. It was actually pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
I swear to God, there's gonna be someone who comes here and be like, "Oh yeah," and you're just gonna be.
Top three numbers though are 15, 4, and 17. And the numbers 4, 17 are actually favorites of mine because something happened on April 17th a long time ago. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree?
Yes.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
what is longer than life that you
current-
could do?
Current human understanding, the end of life is the end of what we do. So yeah. Again, science, man. Yeah. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? They're both fruit.
They
Yeah,
both
there's a
come from
comparison.
trees. They're both
They both come from trees. They're both fruit.
round fruit.
Both. Well, apples aren't really round.
Round shape. Apples
They
have
have
more of an
proper-
hourglass figure. Half an
They have
hourglass,
properties.
but-
They have properties similar to a rounded shape, I guess. Yes. But yeah, there's comparisons.
I think
Or is this talking? Or is this talking more about the what is it called? The metaphor. Like apples to oranges.
apples, oranges, peaches to pears. Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Where it's like turning one thing to something else. I believe is what that metaphor is.
Either way, I don't think that I can agree.
It doesn't really apply.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
think I
doesn't really
agree.
apply.
No, I do not
No,
agree.
there's comparisons. They're both good. Or bad, depending on your point. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. Did you know that? I actually did not.
Yeah,
And if
that's cool.
it's a cool term. Yeah, it's
the
a cool
morning
term.
star.
It actually makes
crashes into
sense.
us.
Well, it actually makes sense because, well, actually, I lost my train of thought. Never mind, just move on. Whatever. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you agree?
Yes.
Now, I believe everyone can get a second chance if they deserve it. That's the thing. There are some people that I believe do not. But then again, at that point, the people who don't, I feel, have already used their second chance somewhere else in life.
Most likely.
So, I mean, I'm leaning more towards a yes.
I
This
think
is a weird
yes.
thing for me
I think
because
the
I don't like to look
majority's
at people
yes.
for what they've done before. I more look at people as a blank slate and see what they do while I see what they do, you know? So this is a weird question for me to be like second chance. Like, did you earn it for me? But I think if we're talking about in general second chance, I think yes.
Yeah.
People who have already wasted it, you know? You can do anything you put your mind to. Do you agree? Vague question. Vague question.
Yes.
When it comes to like human capabilities, yes.
Well, that's how you do the impossible.
I'm just remembering the magic question, you know what I mean? If I really put my mind to making an object levitate, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
I think it's a solid yes for me.
When it comes to human ability, then yes.
Well, that's what I'm going with human ability.
I'm giving you
We're
my
meant
answer.
to be human ability.
I get that, but again, they were saying make up your own friggin', you know,
I think you're going a little
circumstances.
too far. You're drifting.
So, I've been doing that this whole freaking time, and now you're calling me out on it? Okay. Obedience is more important than freedom. Do you agree?
Oh God! At a time like this.
Very rarely. Very rarely.
I don't think so. Not overall.
I'm leaning more towards no. Yeah.
Not overall. Maybe like
Very
2% somewhere.
Very rarely is it more important. Underwater adventures on the
No.
Screw being underwater.
No.
Screw that. That's one of the
No.
biggest fears in life.
No.
Did you realize that the first letters of the previous 8 questions spelled the phrase "I love you"? Did they? Underwater
You're gonna
adventure.
end up going through the Sienna.
I think they actually did this time.
Well, I know I didn't realize it because I'm not looking.
I didn't realize. No. I didn't realize it either. But yeah, I think they did. I actually think they did. Do you wish to be loved?
Yes.
That's kind of a.
It's a very basic.
It's a very basic.
It's a very. Yeah.
Well, I guess not a need, but it's a very basic whim of life to be loved in one way or another.
Love comes in many forms.
Yeah.
Love can even be rough.
Isn't there like the 7 different kinds of love or whatever on the
I
spectrum?
think so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a very like basic instinct. Do you have any addictions? I mean, I'm addicted to working on stuff. I gotta have
Well,
something to do, I guess.
Work. Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, coding, recording, editing,
Would
going to
work
actual
be
work.
an addiction though?
I mean, I'm addicted to the fact that I have to have something to do.
Then everyone has an addiction.
Well, I mean, I'm addicted to the fact that whenever
Everyone
I'm,
has to do that one thing that they want, right? So everyone has an addiction.
Yeah, well, that's. Yeah. Yeah. Why didn't I think about that? Yeah. Actually, yeah. I mean, I do. So everyone has an addiction. Yeah, you're right. So what would the answer be? Yes, then for both of us.
But is this trying to kind of divide the ocean here, right? About what do we see as an addiction?
Man, you're stretching. Okay.
I'm just saying.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because when we talk about addictions, right, that's when we start getting to like what's bad for you. Most of the time, what is bad for you is what we see as addiction.
Addiction has a bad connotation. Like the word has gained.
I'm saying the word addiction tends to go to that. That's like the first things that we pop up, right?
Well, not me. My first thing was addiction, huh? Oh, I got to work on stuff.
Oh my god.
So obviously, not generally do everybody see it as bad things, but I mean, on a general spectrum, now that you kind of said that, I would go for a yes for pretty much almost everybody. Somebody's got something.
Everyone has an addiction. Everyone has their own fling.
So I'm guessing the answer would be yes here. But I mean, you know, do you dislike the color pink? Dude, I love pink. I love pink, dude. Pink's a good color.
Yuri, I have physical proof.
Dude, how you doing? Pink's a good color.
The dual sense, Yuri.
Yeah, dude. Love pink. Does the color gray seem depressing?
No.
I actually see gray as sort of like the fog before the light, you know what I mean? Because if it's pitch black, then you can't see past that. But when there's gray, then that means possibly there's something on the other side, so no.
I don't think gray can specifically just be depressing. I think gray can mean a lot of things, like just a blank canvas.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being
color,
called
like
out. I
very
look down and both my pants
numbed
and my shirt.
out.
I'm being watched.
Either way.
Oh no.
Either way.
No, yeah.
Either way,
I
we're
don't
both
think-
saying no either way. No, our answers may be different, but we go down the same path.
Artistry versus moralism is what's going on here. Do you enjoy loud music?
What's considered
I-
loud?
I personally, okay, I'm going to talk about a volume standpoint here. I personally hate when people play their music really loud when they're
Wait.
personally listening to it.
Okay,
But if it's talking
but
about loud in the sense
when
of
you
there's a
say
lot
that,
going
right,
on.
are we talking about outside where there's cars and stuff, or are we talking about like in homes?
If it's like a party, I can deal with it.
Well, dude, it's a
But if it's
party
like-
every day.
But if it's like somebody bumping Travis Scott down the road going like 50,
Dude,
on
I
like
kind of love that though, because all you hear is burn. Like,
I hate that.
dude,
Annoying.
I just find it funny.
It's annoying. I hate it. But if we're talking about, because loud can also mean a lot happening,
I like
and in that
bassy
case,
loud.
it's also it's a yes, you know. So I don't know what to answer this. If from volume standpoint, no, but if there's a lot going on, as long as it sounds good, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm not thinking like it's so loud that it sounds compressed. I'm thinking just like it's loud.
It's just a really weird question to put here, you know, out of nowhere.
I guess it's kind of like, what do we think is loud?
Like again, my personal definition of loud varies in two different ways to being either volume or the density of the music. And it's very split back and forth. So what you're saying the volume more, right?
I think it's just like how you hear it. Like, is it physically unable to hear what they are saying because it's so loud, or are we like, I just don't know how I should take loud as.
I think I'm going to take it more, well, considering that some of these questions have been very deep, I'm going to take it more for the understanding of loud to be the density of the music personally, which would be a yes. I can still enjoy that.
Music is very a mood thing.
Yeah, and the mood that loud music usually conveys is anywhere between chaotic feelings or like inner struggles, you know?
So we're both leaning towards yes.
Yeah, well, my definition of it for yes, but
I think our definitions are the same here, though.
Not really. You were talking about more volume of like, can you understand it, right?
Well, I was trying to like think like, what should loud be considered as? Because sometimes loud could be considered as like, you could hear the bass.
Well, I was saying like when the density of music becomes like when there's too much going on, like you have a piano riff and then a guitar riff on top of that, and then something else on top of that. That's what I mean loud, like the music density. What's happening in the music? How many instruments are being used?
Well, there could be a lot of instruments, but if it's all played in a right order, it could all
Yeah,
be
like
perfectly heard.
it's very loud. There's a lot of density going on, a lot of instruments going on, and yet it works very well because it's an orchestra. So yeah, I mean, I could still enjoy that. That's what I'm taking it as. If you agree with me on that, then yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, then yes.
Mine was more just like, it's just like when the audio mixing isn't right.
Like can you? Okay, I
Like
get
when it's so loud that all you can hear is the crashing of the drums. You know,
Yeah,
it's just like that static feeling.
Yeah, I guess it does kind of go hand in hand with what I was saying. Yeah, okay.
You could go to a concert and know everything, but if the guy there moving moving things around don't lay him out right.
Yeah,
like when I went to Oliver Tree concert, I ended up hearing the backup vocals more than Oliver himself, you know, like that type of thing. But of course, I think it's a lot worse when it's the instruments itself being louder than anything.
We're going to the same point with different ways to get there.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah. It's a little weird, but yeah. So I guess the answer would be yes for this one then.
Yeah.
You like to dance?
No.
I like to dance, but I suck at it. I want to learn how to be better, though. I do want to practice, actually.
This is where we divide.
My name is Rye. I like to dance. Oh, no, wait. Ryan was the skateboarding one. Crap. Which one was the dancing one? I gotta look it up. Would you consider yourself normal?
No.
Normal is a dumb word.
No.
So no.
Normal is boring.
The two words I hate the most in life are normalcy and like perfection.
Oh no.
You love your parents. Oh crap.
Oh no.
Okay.
Parents can be
Caveat.
anything, though.
One of them.
I could say yes.
I'll give a yes.
Well, parents could be anyone.
Oh yeah, it's whatever you see as a parent.
Whatever takes care of you.
Yeah, so I'd say yes. Have you ever been lied to? Absolutely,
Yeah.
friggin' loot.
How do you not ever get lied to?
If it's not marketing,
Lied to
it's
is
some-
even part of comedy. Lying is like rooted everywhere. There's just different intensities of it, I would say.
lying can be anywhere from the market to just a person. Do you get angry often?
No.
I don't think angry is the word. I get stressed, but not angry.
It takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot for me to get
Anger
that
is a
level.
very strong emotion.
There's a build up to it. A very, very
Yeah,
long
there's
build up.
There's definitely like an entire like anime arc before you get to angry. Do you hold grudges?
No.
Grudges is not the word that I would use. The word I would use is more of I guess I hold distance to things that I know would cause issues in the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I distance myself from problems, but I don't hold grudges. Back to the whole blank slate thing. I think people
I
are,
see. It's more of hate it today, but tomorrow it's over with.
I don't necessarily hate. I don't necessarily
Like that
hate
type
or-
of thing. Like but that type of just if
Yeah.
it's gonna be something like that, it is what it
Then
is on
why-
that day. But the next day, it can't keep going on.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna put up with it, but it's also not like I'm gonna hate you forever for it. I'm just gonna distance myself from it. That's not really holding a grudge. I think holding a grudge would be more like you're gonna act on it at some point,
Yeah.
like Mean Girl style.
Yeah. Either way, I think no.
Yeah, no. Have you ever forgiven someone? Yes,
Yes.
multiple times. Have you ever lied
Yes.
for a joke? I try my best to be honest, and if I can't be honest, then I don't say anything.
I think there's just many forms of lies. So
Again, like you were saying with comedy, absolutely, I've lied for comedy. Do you think flowers are more beautiful than trees?
no.
Honestly, no. I think flowers are a really weird thing.
Trees are cool.
Trees can live forever
Trees are
almost.
freaking crazy.
Trees live for a long time, right? And flowers wither and die so quickly.
Trees are powerful.
But then again, I guess the mortality of flowers is a little bit more beautiful than the mortality. Nah. The mortality of trees is more interesting because it's like
I like the strength of
And it's-
trees.
one of my favorite things that I still don't know if this is real or not, but if it is, it's awesome. You know how when you chop down a tree and you see the rings
The
on
rings,
the inside?
yeah, I was just thinking of that.
And I don't know if that's exactly true or not, but I think that's awesome.
I think it
So,
is
yeah,
true.
I'd say
That's how
trees
it
are more-
grows. It constantly just makes more and
Well,
more
yeah, no.
layers.
I know. I just didn't. It's just a weird thing that I
It's
never.
cool.
Really, it is really cool. So yeah, no, I think trees are more beautiful. Screw flowers. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? Well, don't call me out, bro.
I think
No, actually.
no. I feel like an animal would
kinda-
make me less than what I am now.
I kind of like being a person because that gives me the freedom to think about it. You know,
Yeah.
it gives me
Would
a
be
lot more
happier as an animal, probably, but
I mean,
yet again,
don't
I don't think it would be me being happier because that might not be
be the
me.
animal's conscience. Yeah. So no.
Now, if you said furry,
That's what I was saying. Don't call me out. Do you believe you have psychic power?
no,
I'm sorry. I couldn't.
I
Okay,
wish.
no. Again, I think there's something out there, but I don't think me specifically having it is a possibility. Have you ever seen a ghost?
Yes.
I I've never seen one, but I've experienced something that I can't explain.
I've seen too much for me to not say no.
I don't think the answer is specifically yes, as in seeing it, but I have seen something I cannot explain. So I lean more towards yes.
I already
I'm
told you
not
my ghost
um,
stories.
I'm not I'm not sure if I want to tell mine, to be honest. It's a little weird. Do you dream often? A lot. I actually remember my dreams pretty well.
I'm trying to think
Uh,
here.
one, once a while ago, I was like writing down a lot of my dreams, but now I can kind of remember them pretty vividly.
No, I have to write my dream down like right away, because like if I don't, it's gone.
But yeah, no, I dream a lot.
Yeah.
You have nightmares often.
Yes.
I don't know if I have specifically nightmares, but I do have flashes in my dream where everything does go wrong for a bit. I mean, we'll lean towards your answer of yes, but I wouldn't really call them nightmares. I'd just call them like flashes of dark. You know what I mean? Like everything's fine,
Our
and then suddenly,
dreams are different, though, I think.
yeah, no, I know, but yeah,
That's the
it's
one
that
thing that
weird
we're
thing.
not similar in.
It's that weird thing of like I'm dreaming of something great, something terrible happens halfway through. It's kind of like a rising action conflict resolution type thing where things are good, things are bad, things are good. It's a little weird, but
That's
we'll
like
lean
probably the
towards
most
yeah.
rarest type of dream I have.
I guess we can both lean towards yes, since technically that stuff happens in my dreams still. So you know, do you suffer from anxiety attacks? I haven't had one in a long time.
No, it's. I don't think it's often. I've only ever had one, so I don't think
I've
it's
only had a couple,
often
but
enough for me to say I'm suffering from anxiety attacks.
I've had a couple, but it hasn't been for like a whole 2 years now.
So, I don't think so.
No, not anymore. Do you suffer from depression? I think the idea of depression is dumb to clinically apply.
I don't. I don't think. I don't think I could say suffer.
I, I don't think suffer is the right word. And again, like I was saying, depression is the weird thing to clinically diagnose because everybody has depressive symptoms, but not everybody has specifically depression, you know? Like, I don't think I suffer from specifically depression, but I do have points in my life where I'm like, I don't really know if I should do that, you know? Like, a depressive symptom is like, should I go out today? Nah. Versus like, of course, I'm simplifying here, versus like a depression, which would be going on for a long time. I would say no, but I do have symptoms that are depressive. But it's not like I suffer
I
from
think
it. It's
it's
not
a
like,
no either way.
yeah, no, I'm
Either way,
saying no.
it's gonna be no.
It's just I don't think I suffer from it cripplingly. Do you exercise often and stay active? I
No.
do. I work and move around a lot.
I I just don't do it like often or actively. I have spurts of it. Like
I,
for
I,
some
I
reason, one day I'll like go for like two
I'm like,
miles.
when we sit down and do like 4 hour long game sessions, I get up halfway through it and I'm like doing jumping jacks, like moving around my
No, I'll
house a
move and
lot.
stretch around like that.
Like I gotta be moving constantly, you know.
I
Every
just
now and
wouldn't
then,
consider that exercise. I would just say I don't know. I don't think it would apply here.
I've stood up like 4 times during the session.
Oh my god.
I stand up a lot. It's a nightmare to have a freaking mic stand. Constantly have to adjust
I
it.
don't think I don't think it's at the level that would be counted as yes.
All right, and we'll go for your answer. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded?
What does that even
Crap,
mean?
I feel like I'm being targeted here.
I
Okay, I don't know if I want to exactly explain the situation. You know what I'm about to.
No,
impact.
I'm just trying to understand
Uh,
emotionally wounded.
it's a
Try
weird
about
situation where when you've been hurt so many times, all of a sudden the pain ceases and instead it's more of like a self-fulfilling prophecy thing. Uh, I guess the best way to describe it would be that one Game Grumps animation where Aaron's talking about the subway. It's like
uh,
you've dealt with it so many times, you're just like, oh, of course, you know. So you know,
well, if
it's
that's
that.
the description, I guess so.
Yeah, that's the description I'm going with. I feel like emotionally wounded is a lot more of like a heavy-handed, like this has changed something in you for the better, for you know.
I guess yes.
All right. Have you ever felt betrayed?
Yes.
Abso-freaking-lutely. I think everybody has at least once. Do you ever feel lost in life?
Yes. I think that's something that we all feel at
Yeah,
some point, no matter
I
what.
don't think the word I don't think the word lost applies. I think it's a little heavy of a word, but definitely I feel like I'm going in a wrong direction sometimes.
Well,
So
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Lost is like you
Well,
don't know what
I
direction.
don't
You're
think I'm
directionless.
well, I don't think I'm ever directionless. I just think I'm going in the wrong direction from the way that I should be. That's it. I don't feel like I don't know where I am. I just feel like I could be going in a different direction, but I'm not, you know. It's like when you have a GPS and it's telling you where to go and you're like, "No, I'm going to take the side street," you know. It's like you know where you're going.
I think it's a yes.
I guess I would lean more towards yes, but again, I think lost is a heavier word that I would use. Would you consider yourself a natural leader?
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
I think anyone can.
Was that sound there before?
What?
Do you hear that? Just listen for a second. There was like a weird like clock ticking or like a pulsating. It was like a doop, 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 doop.
Well, it happened right after I answered, so.
I don't know if I heard that before, and I might have to amplify that or go back and check. But I don't think I ever heard that before this
I'm more
point.
worried about like the darkness. Have you
I,
never
I
thought
wasn't
about that? How it's
not
only like really
not
top.
really. The only thing I've really thought about is why the text box is so high.
I'm just curious on like what is else around here. Like
Don't know. Uh, I guess we'll go with your answer. Yes, I don't think I'm a natural leader, but I think I could go into that role pretty
anyone,
easily.
I think anyone can naturally be a leader.
I think I can't, but I would need time to get into the role.
With enough experience.
Yeah, with enough experience. There it is again.
I don't
It's a
know.
weird move. If you could push a button and destroy the world, would you press it? No.
No.
Then what
Blow
would
up
be?
the moon.
Not only would I be wasting everything I just did, but everyone else. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? Now, in my dreams, yes, but like, as in envisioning myself of being a hero, I think hero's too broad of a term to say yes to. I envision myself as being somebody that people can come to and get help from, yeah, but hero's too broad of a term for me to count that, you know what I mean? Because that feels kind of stupid to call myself a hero. I'm not like a firefighter or like a policeman, you know? Or to take it
Yes.
even a step further, I'm not like freaking superhero man, you know?
My choice is
I think,
yes. Well, even as you're saying, here's a broad thing. You don't have
but
to
I
do
feel like it's
something
kind of,
big to be a good person.
but I think that's kind of scummy to call myself a hero, you know?
Well, we're just talking about dream.
Well,
Dream
yeah,
of being a hero.
I dream about it, yeah, but it's still weird to.
That's not. You're not claiming as a hero. You're saying like as one, as a hero,
I know, but I still
someone
feel
who
like that's
does good. I think
too.
you're applying that to yourself at that point, if,
I don't.
with how you're
I
trying to
don't
admit
feel
that.
like. I don't feel like somebody doing good is exactly calling them a hero. Because then, if that's the case, then oh, I just back to the money question way earlier. I gave this guy back his money because he dropped it. That doesn't make me a hero, right? Like, that just makes me a good person.
And a hero is a good person.
But not every good person is a hero.
What are you trying to get at here?
I'm trying to get at the fact that not every good person is a hero. All chickens come from eggs, but not all eggs are from chicken, you know? It's kind of a similar thing of that. It's like, yes, this term envelops this, but the term
Again, we're dreaming. This is.
yeah, again, that's what it leads to. I think of myself as being somebody who can help people, but not necessarily a hero. I think hero's too much of a term to call myself that. Just because I want to help people doesn't mean I want to be a hero to people. Because then the hero connotation is that they look up to me, I guess, is what I'm like seeing here. Like, hero to me is a connotation for, oh, they look up to me and want to be just like me. It's like, I don't know about that. I just want to help people. I personally think it's a little scummy to call yourself a hero unless you have something to be of worth to be looked up to. And with what I dream about doing, I don't think people would. Or, well, not that I don't think people would look up to me. I think it'd be a little weird to look up to me for helping people. I think it's more of like a. I want people to look up to themselves more than looking up to me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's where I'm getting like the scummy feeling from, like wanting to dream of being a hero. I don't really have that dream of being a
We had
hero.
two different ideals of hero here.
Yeah, I know. It's just from my perspective, the word hero is a very broad term that needs to be specified a bit more because it can really envelop a lot of different things that I feel don't count.
I just know my explanation will only end up having us to loop again and again.
I know. Well, no, I get your explanation. I actually get what you're coming from. And if I were to take your side on this, I would absolutely say yes. But it's the fact that I have that connotation in my head that makes me say no. Because I get you. You're like, yeah,
This
of
is
course,
where we
being a
split
good person is
a little bit.
No, I get it though. Being a good person can make you a hero. Yes, you're right. Absolutely. It's just when I look at it, there's that connotation for me.
Yeah, this is dreaming overall.
Yeah, and I think if you're dreaming about it, then you're actually putting your mind to it. You know.
Yeah. We're not talking about physically doing something, we're talking about dreaming of being in that situation. So I
Yeah,
think
and
it's a
even
yes.
then, it's, for you, yeah. Again, even then, it's like even then, the connotation's still there, whether it's me actually doing it or me being a dream. You know.
Hmm.
Either way, that doesn't change the outcome of what I would say.
Okay. I
And
know
again,
your
we'll go.
answer.
Just that question really hit hard for me because I've actually thought about that. I think everybody has actually. If you ever bullied someone else, no. I mean, okay, not intentionally. I try my best to be nice. If I have, then it was intentional. I never want to. I one of the worst people on earth, I feel, or one of the worst types of people on earth, I feel, are bullies. Not because they are inherently bad, but because they're the worst kind of person to be. Because all that anger comes from somewhere, you know?
Hmm.
It's a bad place to be, and it's hard to get out of that place. And I don't think I've ever had anything come in enough to make me feel that way to try and lash it out onto other people like that. Like I don't think I've ever really lashed out on somebody else who wasn't being a bully themselves, like didn't deserve to be pushed back kind of where they need to be. So I don't think I've ever bullied anybody. No.
Yeah.
And again, if I did, it was unintentional completely. Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? I don't think so.
I think my answer may be
Again,
different.
dreamer's a very broad term here. Do you mean dreamer as in I aspire to be things, or I simply look to the future and be like, I could do that?
I'm
Like, I
saying
don't know.
dreamer is saying things that dreaming something and then trying to put into creation, I would say. Yet that also depends on your dream.
It's more, but then that's more of a visionary, really. You know what I mean?
I think dreamer just boils down to creativity and productivity.
Yeah, I would say no to this just because the word dreamer isn't necessarily the word that I would use. But with the connotation that this makes me feel, I would say yes. It's just I feel more
T.O.P.
visionary. Wow. I would say visionary is more the word for me. But with the connotation this is giving me, I would say yeah. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally?
Yes.
I think everybody does, you know. So it doesn't have to be intentional to hurt somebody's feelings. It could simply be.
I'm just a straight answer, my man.
Don't. I want to weigh it out for the people, okay? Jesus.
It's been an hour 21.
That's fine.
No,
yeah, I'd say yes. It's just a yes. You don't have to intentionally go for it. Do you find space fascinating? Yes, and terrifying. I would love to know more.
I'm kind of sad with with how I got to my answer.
Okay. Shoot.
my mind went to my reaction of Deep Stone. Come on, man! You can't deny that being shot up to space to the giant space station, also fighting in space.
All right. Just
fighting a boss while the station's falling back into orbit. Like everything about space is cool. Anything can happen in space, and it's gonna be cool. Why do you think they put Jason Voorhees in space? Because it's cool.
Because of money.
Because space is cool.
Listen, that series went off the
Killer
rails
clowns in space.
That's different.
Dude, there's a lot of things that happen in space, and it's cool just because it's in space.
Just click the yes button already. Anyway, All Tomorrow's a good series. You should check it out. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? Yeah, I do a lot of art, whether it's video production, audio, stuff like that. I try my best.
Artist can be in many, many terms too.
Yeah, artist is a broad term.
No.
Well, artist is a broad term that I think everybody has a different idea on, but kind of agree on a similar idea of, have you created something that invokes people? Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? Absolutely. I think we're good friends, right? I don't like your silence. we're good friends, right?
Yeah.
B-dot? Okay. Then yes.
It's just like, what is it? Like, it's more of what is
it's a broad
good
term.
friend. You know, like it's more of like what is, which I know this is what this is all about, or these questions and us putting our own standards on it.
Whole "do you dream to be a hero" thing for me, because it's like, yeah, I try my best to help as many people as I can, whether they're friends or not. So I would say yeah. If I can help somebody, I'll try my best.
I don't think I can say no to it.
If I screw up, I'll point them in the right direction.
I don't think you'll allow me to even say no if I wanted to.
You say no to it if you want. I'll just cry myself to sleep. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? I think I say this earlier.
Flawed is.
Didn't I just say this earlier? The word normal. and perfection are my least favorite words. I said that earlier, right? Am I not going crazy or like I'm pretty
Flawed
sure
from
I
being
said
normal? Yeah, but
that. Normalcy and perfection are dumb words to use because they literally mean flawless, or they literally mean not having any flaws that would make you like not
dude, I
normal.
flawless raids all the time.
Shut up. No, I think everyone can be considered flawed. Having a flaw is not a bad thing.
Flaw just makes it more interesting.
The more flaws you have, the better you are in a different area. Dude, I'm being attacked. What is happening? Am I going crazy?
We know the answer to this one.
Did you script this? Did you?
Yeah, I made the game.
Is this why we're playing it? Did you make it?
Uh-huh.
Do you believe in perfection? Absolutely freaking not. It's stupid. Have you ever stolen from someone?
Yes.
No. Oh.
No, well, but stolen can literally mean any type of item. Whether
I
it
don't
be an
think
eraser
stolen-
or a pencil. I'm talking about
in like
all the way. I'm
even
talking
in,
about my
like,
entire
kindergarten.
life if I've ever stolen.
even in like kindergarten, I've been like a little friggin'. Even in kindergarten, I was such a goody two shoes. I was like, "Here's your pencil back, Melissa."
I think the only thing that I've like, I don't know if it counts as stolen though, because even when story time. I think I told you this before though. It's more of you having fun editing this.
Oh, great! If I have to edit around this,
Well, back then, I used to work with the janitors a lot. And on one of their desks was a watch.
oh no!
I can't remember if I asked if I could have the watch or not.
Raise your pinky fingers.
I think
to the
I think it's
moon.
the other thing. I can't remember if I actually did steal it or if I was just forgetting that I did ask for it.
24 stolen magic.
I most likely stole it. There could be a chance. I was very. This is very distant from me. I still
don't
have
know
it
if we can
today
share
though.
this. I don't know if we can share this one.
Well, this was me as a kid though.
Okay.
They're not gonna come and cuff me for something I did like over 10 years ago.
Yeah, as long as we don't divulge specifics, I think we're okay. But I still don't know if I want to leave this one in just due to the fact that people might look at you weird.
Well, okay, no. Here's the thing that confuses me on it because I publicly wore it every day after I got it.
I think I'm just gonna cut around this one.
Well, do you see why I'm like, did I steal it? I'm like, even questioning myself on it.
I don't know, man. Just click the yes button already. Get this one over with. Would you ever kill someone under any circumstances?
Yes.
Self-defense is one of the any circumstances, so.
It says
Now, would
any
I feel good about it?
circumstance,
Absolutely. I
there's
hate
all
this.
there's a chance of it elevating to that, but
Yeah, any circumstances, man.
we're
Also,
we're
that's
in
not
a
fair. You can't
circumstance
tell-
right now.
Also, that's not fair. You can't tell us to make up any circumstance and then in a question ask about any circumstance. That's kind of unfair. If you had only one day to live, would you tell anyone? Ooh,
No.
okay. I would. But I would only tell like a couple people. Like I would probably tell the people that are the closest to me. You know what I mean? Like of course I tell like my family, closest friends and stuff. But that's about it. I don't think I would tell anybody else.
I can't. I don't think I would. I've kept things like big like that, not like that, but I've been able to hold things before, so I believe I would be able to not say that within a day.
I feel like
I feel like I would just go off and
Oh.
start jotting things down, or
I would really hate myself to keep it a secret for that. But specifically that. Like that's.
I wouldn't want that to be my last image.
I know, me neither, but I'm of the mindset of at least you knew, so that way we could make this last moment like the best that we could.
You could still like spend time with someone and have that moment. It's just
I don't
you
know, man.
don't say it.
But that would suck to all of a sudden just. I don't, I don't know
That's
what
why
would
you
be
wite
worse,
things
having them
down.
be at
You
least
record something.
somewhat.
You get a voice recorder. Like I don't know. I have a
But
pretty good set plan for it.
hey, but then okay, but here's the thing: if you tell them afterwards that you, like when you died, that you only had that day to live, then technically yes, you would have told them.
On a letter, but that's after I died.
But the question doesn't. Listen, man. The question's straightforward. I'm going along with how the question goes. Would
Yeah,
you tell
that's your
anyone?
scenario.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That's
Would you
your
tell
rule
anyone?
to it.
In the idea of how the question
That's
seems to
if you
me.
even jot down that you knew.
But let's think. Then if you don't write that down, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you specifically would. I'm saying there's a weird loophole here, right?
I think you're just trying to make a loophole.
I, there's a loophole for everything.
If you apply it, yeah.
Just in general, not even if you apply it. Like genies do it all the time in friggin' stories. Nothing has to be applied for there to be a loophole. The loophole can be
No.
there and not be written down anywhere.
No. That's my
And you
answer.
say no, I say yes. So
Make everyone sad about you right away
it's not everybody.
while you're still alive.
Again, it's only the people that I think would deserve to know. Yes.
I'm trying to think.
I make sure my mom knows everything, honestly. I respect her too much. She knows a lot of weird stuff about me.
Yes.
Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? Not really.
No, I wouldn't use the word trust.
Again, I think everybody's a blank slate, but trust needs to be earned still.
We're neutral, bud.
Yeah, we're neutral. I'm just answering the questions. Do you know who I am?
No.
No, of course not. If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? I mean, kind of. Yeah, it'd be a little weird for somebody to be behind me.
Listen, we're talking about a war cry, okay?
We're we're literally talking about B and E right now. Okay, bud. You're gonna commit B and E? I think I would probably. It'd be a little weird to turn around, look at my bed, and see somebody sitting there. I'd be a little
I'm just
terrified.
gonna Dark Souls backdash, look into my desk.
Dang it. Uh, I would scream. Bottom line, I would scream. But then I would immediately jump into action. I have weapons all over the place. I have something to defend myself with.
I don't know if I would make a noise or not, because I've never been in that position.
Yeah, I've never positioned either, but I feel like instinctually I know what I
I'll
would do.
just assume yeah, but I don't know.
If I told you that I've been behind you this entire time, would that scare you? Well, no, there's no way for you to be. Would you consider yourself to be empathetic?
Oh god, here we freaking go another 20 minutes.
No, I'm just thinking about it, right?
It's a very touchy word.
Yeah. So, empathy, that's the one where you're able to understand and share the feelings. So, like, if something happens to somebody and it's also happened to you, you're able to understand it and share that back.
Yes.
I would consider myself empathetic more than sympathetic because when it comes to things that have happened to people, I don't try to apply myself to it. I more try to apply other things they've dealt to it
Yeah.
or they've seen to it, you know?
Either
So
way,
yeah,
I think it's a solid yes here.
it's a yes. It's a yes. Would you consider yourself to be
no.
romantic? Romantic
Oh
is yet
no.
again another broad term.
My
Because to
Italian side.
romanticize.
My Italian side.
Shut up. Jesus Christ.
We're in dangerous territory, my man.
I think romantic is a broad term again. Because to romanticize doesn't exactly mean, you know, to have loving interest in it. It's to be like, oh, I am attracted to this idea, you know. So I would say yes, actually, but only as like the broader term of romantic.
I think I can be.
If it encapsulates all of the romantic like term, then yes. Have you ever been in a physical fight?
Unfortunately.
Yes, me too.
Unfortunately. Things have gone physical.
I was able to defend somebody else, luckily, but I did take a hit in the process. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? God dang it, I'm being attacked. I literally told you about how I had a headache the other freaking day. Yes, I would say yes, but it's whatever you say here. Say, I just go for what your answer is.
I'll have them, but I don't think it's the word prone.
The perfection thing, freaking headaches and migraines, the color gray thing, the fact that I'm wearing nothing but gray.
I'm not sure for what do you think for myself?
How would I know?
I talk to you a lot.
Yeah, but you don't constantly tell me I have a headache today. You don't constantly say that to me. That's not something you really bring up.
Oh, headaches.
More often than not, you talk about more about your hunger than your headaches.
My hungies.
So I don't friggin' know. You don't.
I tend to say like I just have a headache, so like I don't.
Yeah,
do
but
anything.
I don't think you would. But if that's the case, then I don't think you would be prone because you barely tell me.
That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's just the word prone.
I know I'm definitely prone. My doctor's told me multiple times. Jesus Christ. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? For you, I would say no, just because of how many times you've told me. But I don't think that equates though. Sadly. Do you look at the ground when you walk?
What?
Ooh, I do this fairly regularly, but not like a straight down look, but I look sort of like angled down. So it's not like directly, but I would go with yes.
Yeah, mine flows back and forth. It depends on what I'm doing. When I normally walk, I don't think so.
Honestly, the reason why I do it is because I feel like it's weird to have eye contact with people that I don't know. And for some reason...
I did not think about that. You're right.
Dude, this for some reason, and this has been, I think, somewhere this was clinically proven. Walking forward and looking up while you walk, for some reason, people are drawn to look at people who look at them, or like near them. And eye contact is fairly regular between people who don't know each other, because for some reason our human brains are sort of drawn to other people's eyes. I'm not sure what exactly it is. It's somewhere out there. Yeah, somewhere out there is a thing, but
we're gonna take in our surroundings. I mean,
yeah, it's just that we're drawn to it, so that's why I do it. I find it a little awkward to just suddenly have eye contact with a random 80-year-old lady at Walmart. It can be a sweet thing, but I don't know. But yes, I do.
This might be my ADHD kicking though, because I tend to look around. I like looking on the ground to avoid eye contact, mainly to avoid eye contact, unless I'm trying to do some hops around stuff, like the little concrete borders for cars. Just make jumps.
Yeah, of course. But I would
normally
say yes.
when walking, I just think with normally walking, I tend to walk when I'm outside.
Right.
So my first instinct is kind of like look up, then down.
Mm.
If I'm gonna look down, I'm gonna probably like pull out my phone or something.
Yeah. You gotta find something to look at.
I just think
I
for
may
the
sound weird, but I
standard
can't.
walking around, no.
I may sound weird, but I count like the tiles I walk over, or I look at the cracks in the tiles.
Oh,
and I
dude, yeah,
make a
that's
shape
just.
out of them.
Oh no.
Are you attracted to the opposite sex? Well,
Hmm.
Hmm. Okay. Here's the question. I'm hoping it doesn't mean only, because then it would be no. But I'm assuming, since we're able to make up our own ideas here, I'm guessing it's asking, am I attracted to women just as a thing? Because the answer would
That's
be
what I'm
yes,
guessing.
because I'm attracted to both. But I'm guessing the answer would, for me, would be yes if that's the point. So
I think no matter
I'd
what's
go
gonna
with
be yes.
yeah,
I think we're
I'd go
gonna be
with
saying
yes.
yes here, no matter what.
Would you ever shave your head?
I have shaved my head.
I was gonna say you have. I like my long hair, so I would say no.
Well, I used to dye it a lot. So once makes my hair would dye, like not in a color way, but actually dye.
Yeah,
I just shave it
like
off
it
and
actually
grow
gray out. Yeah,
new bush.
I would say no, but since you've done it before, I would say you
I've
would
done
say
it
yes.
multiple times.
Yeah. Are you attracted to muscular bodies? I don't.
How muscular are we talking about? We're talking about
Again, I don't.
bodybuild or
I don't think.
bodybuild is
the-
the most muscular body. So I'm assuming that
I would
type of
say
form.
maybe not really. Like specifically, not really. Of course, I think
I
body
think
shape's
no.
a joke. Anybody can look good. I don't know.
I'm more in the middle.
As an ideal of, yeah, I'd be like I'm more in the middle. It doesn't matter to me.
Gotta have some meat on the bone.
You gotta have something. It doesn't have to be your body.
Screw that
you know?
hourglass figure.
Well, that's the thing. If I hug you, you're gonna break in half.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. There's a Photoshop out there of a girl who like slimmed her waist, and somebody put in the comments, "Your waist looks so good that even the house is leaning in to take a look because she used like the freaking smudge tool." Do you ever dance when no one is like, abso-freaking-lutely? Are you kidding me? Do you trust your best friend entirely? I do. I trust you.
What? Now I'm being attacked.
I
No.
trust you.
No.
Absolutely
Dude,
not.
I want to see the people who said
Dude, I've
no.
told you some freaking dark stuff. I trust you. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? Kind of, yeah.
I think
Actually,
so.
I remember quite a bit that happened.
I believe so. Like I don't.
I think when my memories kicked in was
There's-
about 3
There's
years old. So 3
baby,
years old,
and then
all
there's
I
child. As a
Yeah,
child,
I remember
I remember things well.
No, I remember 3 years older and on. I remember all that. I remember there was one specific instance where I was in elementary school, Lincoln Elementary School, by the way, good school. I went there, and there was this girl that was like my best friend there for a while. And I remember this one specific instance. I remember she tripped over a rock that was like 2 inches. Like it was very tiny. And we threw the rock over the fence and yelled at it. So, yeah, I would say I remember it really
I
well.
sprayed a
remember stuff like
UPS truck with a hose.
that. Oh my god.
He laughed at me though. He found it enjoying.
I played Microsoft Flight Simulator at Air Force Base.
I've cried in a limousine full of women because they got my order wrong, and I hate wasting food. There's an interesting one for you. I don't think I ever told you that yet.
Yes, you have.
Uh,
Yes, you have.
This is still a sad moment though. I don't like wasting food. I was way more emotional about it back then.
It's just the idea. It's like I cried in a limousine of women. Why? They didn't get my order right. So funny to me. All right. So I guess we'd both say yes.
I guess the only other thing I can remember, like, precisely is my childhood. I believe
remember.
I told you this one before as well. You can edit this out if you want.
Would you rob a bank if you could get away with it? No. I see the idea of
The
getting
world.
away with it is still kind of dumb.
The world's first bank.
Shut up. I think the idea of getting away with robbing the bank wouldn't be that hard. It would be getting away with being able to use the money.
Yeah, the money.
That's what I'm more like
You know what's
concerned
that?
about.
I want.
Here's the monkey's part of this.
It's I. Oh, maybe I'm a bit of a psychopath when it comes to it. I would love to experience the thrill of it, but you know they're not just
Payday.
gonna be like, haha, funny if you come back with the money.
Just play Payday. The
I know.
Psychopath.
Here's your money, but I just want to see if I could rob you guys. I mean,
I'm here to make a deposit. All the money I stole.
I
You take it back.
it's more of adrenaline junkie at that point for me.
Rob a bank to get away with it, just to get away with only like $1 and a stick of gum.
I know, right? Steal their pen.
Everybody on the ground walks over to like the check writing tables, takes a pen, walks right back out. Just wanted one, needed it. I was out of ink. No, I would say no.
I don't think so, because then I have to get out of the country. Because
You'd
you
have
might
to
as well
find
go
a way to
big.
use that money. Yeah, but you still have to find a way to use that money. Just getting away with it is the first part.
Listen, we're not going to get into detail of how you'd be able to pull this off, okay?
I'm bringing it down to reality. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a scientist.
I understand, but you were going to end up being on the FBI.
I believe that there's something out there, but I don't think any kind of magic can save me from the powers of the FBI. Do you ever dream
What?
about running from a killer? Weirdly, that's been a theme in my like dark parts of the dreams.
You should know my answer.
Well, the answer is yes, for both of us actually.
I bet you will specifically know what came first to mind.
I know a couple of things that came to mind.
Give me one of them. Where do you think
The
the first thing?
space one.
The space one.
You don't remember the space one when we were talking about the weird xenomorph things?
Xenomorph thing.
Where you were like a marine or whatever that was?
What?
You don't remember? You told me that one.
What are you on about?
We went back to like Battlefield 4 for a short period, and you told me that one.
Dude, I have no idea.
How did you forget? I remember that one vividly. It took like an hour for you to explain it.
The first thing my head went to was the White Mansion.
I was gonna say that one after that. Yeah.
The White Man, because that's like the very first like nightmare that I have at all.
Yeah, but you told me about the space one. You were like one of the guys got like, I guess not really a killer. Yeah. It's still similar. Whatever.
Saying xenomorphs aren't killers.
If Dead by Daylight calls them killers, I can call them killers. Whatever. Moving on. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff?
Yes.
I'm being targeted. Yes.
Dude,
I have that all.
That happened
Not in a bad.
specifically.
like,
That
not in a
happens to me
bad-
if my leg is off the bed, and it
But
starts
dude,
drooping down. I'm like, oh.
But dude, not in a bad way. Like a weird anime opening style where you fall off the cliff and you're like, ah, yeah, look at me and all my friends falling through space. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? I have not.
Who said that's a dream?
I have. I hate you so much.
I'll try to think.
No, I have not. I can expressly remember like no dreams having that.
There might have been one where like in the dream I woke up as that. I'm like,
Weirdly,
oh god, how
now
am
that
I gonna maneuver around like this?
Weirdly, now that I think about it, in my dreams, people don't really wear like clothes, but they have the weird like anime dream type of like the Barbie doll style. I guess I never really thought about it until now. But you know what I mean, right? Like they're just flat bodies that don't have.
But
any,
in
like,
public,
structural
though,
features.
I think it's a no.
No, not at all.
Not in
Not for me.
public.
For some reason, when I sleep, I always am wearing something I've worn before.
Oh my god.
Do you enjoy scary movies or books? I do.
Yes.
Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? I do.
Yes.
Do you like being the center of attention? I do.
This sucks. 'Cause
Sometimes.
this pushes me into my entertainment side.
I think so sometimes.
You know, I can't say no to this. How much I drag you on here and try to make you watch stuff.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Say yes. Just say yes. I would say yes. Do you feel like something is always watching you? We answered this
Yes.
already. Absolutely. I wonder if it would have called us out if we said no. Have you actually point out they haven't called us out on anything for a while?
No.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go to space? Yeah, actually, I think
Yeah.
space is freaking
Dude, space
fascinating and
is
terrifying,
sick.
but I want to know. Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
Trying to
No, I don't. No.
Do you think my dreams would be an out of body experience?
See, I can't count it for me because I've never dreamt outside of my own ideas. Even when I'm technically a different person in my dream, I'm still thinking like me. You know what I mean? So I still don't think that would count. For you, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
But I don't know if dreams count. I don't think dreams count. I don't know here.
The only thing I could think of out of body experience was when I daydreamed in class before.
I guess that would technically count, I suppose.
I don't even know if I ever told you that one.
No, I don't think you have. Now, have I thought about what it would be like to be other people? Sure, but I don't think I've ever had like an experience where I'm like, I'm this other person now, you know?
I'm trying to think of how I explain the
Or like
daydream.
I'm looking from outside of myself. I don't really think I've ever had that. You know, one of the weird things about me, and this is gonna make me sound like a freaking psychopath, but I've always thought it would be cool to live life in third person,
Dude,
like
that'd be
to
so
have like
crazy.
from behind me view, so I can like see what I'm doing
I
and
feel
like
like
look
that
around.
freaked me out more.
It would definitely be freaky. It would definitely be freaky, but I think
I'm
it'd
gonna
be cool.
put a really weird image in your head. Okay.
Okay.
So, you have enough knowledge about what Ewoks are and all that, right?
Yes.
'Cause I would use the term monkey, but yet the fur
I would-
is
I
more
would
like an Ewok. I'm explaining
would
a
use-
being, pretty much, to you.
I would use the term like maybe lanky or bear.
But okay, well then imagine a monkey, but like a thick fur of like an Ewok, right?
Like a Sasquatch.
Yeah, but like skinny. They're not. They're like size of a monkey.
So a small Sasquatch, right? I think I know what you're getting at, like a lanky.
I would say so, but the necks don't really exist. Their head is
Yeah.
closer in their chest.
So yeah, like a really small Sasquatch. Yeah.
For some reason, like I was one of those, and there was two others, and we were just like, it was in a forest. I don't know. It sounds like I was high, but swear to God, this was daydreaming of me
You sound
staring into a projector.
You sound high just explaining it.
I know. I don't, because it was a very green forest, but also a little foggy. Like it was a bright day, but there was also overcast fog, so like wandering around was a little weird.
Right.
But that's all I can remember of it. Is just wandering around and then waking up to the classroom being empty and a little bit of drool on my desk.
Nice. You know I'm gonna have to make those assets now and use them, right?
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna put that scene in. That's funny to me. That's freaking funny.
I don't get it, but that's That's the only thing that pops up as like an out of body experience. Is being
wish I had,
something
like,
else.
I wish I had like a picture of you readily available so I could also make that cheerleading story a thing. So I'm totally gonna leave that one
Oh
in.
my god.
Have you ever punched a nut? What the heck kind of question is this?
Yo,
Where
I
did this come
wish.
from? Don't say that.
Dude, who could say that they punched a nut?
We can't.
I know we can't, but like, you know,
Why would you,
that would
why
be
would
like
you
on a, I even would feel like I'm on another level if I punched a nut.
You're on a whole nother level of crime and blasphemy.
Well, we're not
Jesus
saying
Christ.
none under what religion?
Move on. Move on.
Could be under
Move on.
Cthulhu.
Then that's sacrilegious. Move on. Do you like dogs better than cats?
Yes,
Yes.
heavily. Cats are
I'm
evil.
more used to dogs. I'm more used to dogs. I
Cats
like
are
cats,
evil.
but I'm more used to dogs. I want that. Do you prefer to read more than you prefer to watch movies? Yes.
Mm,
I personally get really squeamy, or not squeamy.
I like
ex-
watching the movie and then reading. I'm flip-flopped
I get-
around.
There's very scant few movies that I would like to watch and sit down, like, and actually put myself into being invested
I
in.
enjoy reading.
More
I
often
would
than not,
rather
I like
watch
reading.
it than read it.
I feel like
if I'm gonna
movies
do it.
versus book. Like if we're talking about movies versus books, I feel like movies are a bit more streamlined. Like they definitely take stuff out. But you know, I like to read a lot.
I have to go no on it because there's some movies that are just so out there.
You're definitely more of a visual, like
I'm
audio
not.
visual guy.
Well, I'm not a mainstream movie watcher either.
Yeah, no, but again, the whole audio visual thing. I'm more of just a visual guy
Hmm.
when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't really care about hearing it while also seeing it. I like to just read it and picture it. Are you still wondering why I asked you if you've ever punched a nut? A little bit. It came out of freaking nowhere. Do you get starstruck? You say, what? Hold on.
Starstruck.
Pause. Don't ask me if I'm still wondering and then just move on. What? Yeah, you get starstruck easily. I'm not entirely sure what they mean by the word starstruck.
That word has been so long gone from being used. Like speaking book wise, I'm sure it's common, but
So
I was like
definition for
guessing
starstruck.
like in awe.
Fascinated or greatly impressed by famous people, especially those connected with the entertainment industry.
By famous people. I don't think
That's
starstruck is stuck by famous people
Well,
specifically.
That's just number one. That's just the number one definition. Fascinated or greatly impressed in general is like the rest of them, basically. Oh, yeah, I guess. I've been starstruck with, like, games and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, I guess it's more awestruck than starstruck, right?
I guess so. I mean,
So I would say no. Because, yeah, most of these other
I'm
definitions
moderate.
are like, but the number one is famous.
I'm moderate.
I would say no. You had going to big parties and social gatherings.
Yes.
God dang it.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Why are you targeted? What happened? Is your favorite part of your birthday receiving presents?
No.
Not really. I feel scummy when I open presents. I don't know why. I always feel bad because I feel like I have to say something good about. Huh? Seriously though, if you ever punched a nun, like really, just bam, right in the face. Nun punch. No. No, we haven't. I promise. Yeah, I did laugh. I did laugh. No.
No.
I was just more like, that's so stupidly funny. No. No. No,
Yes.
I'm not. Shut up.
Yes.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
If there was an opportunity,
I disagree to allow your answer to be the one for this one.
Dude,
I will take the
well, okay,
We are
but the
punching a nun.
opportunity, that means it is okay to punch the nun. That is the opportunity.
But I'm
Because
looking
you
at
know
this
I'm not
more
gonna
now.
go. You really
But
think
there's
I would just
the
go
monkey's
and
paw. The monkey's paw.
and-
Listen, the monkey's paw. The opportunity to punch a nun. That just means walk up to her and punch her. The monkey paw, the freaking loophole here, is that he didn't say without repercussion. You'll still get arrested or something.
probably for a year?
Aggravated assault. I wonder how much you
You
can
bail.
for
You can
punching.
bail me. Well,
Is
you know
bla-
my mother
is
would bail me out even if I did.
Is blasphemy or sacrilegion illegal? I don't know.
I think so. Yes.
I'm not gonna allow you to say. God dang it! No.
Yes.
What the hell is going- I think you are now.
Most likely.
I think you are now. Yeah. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? Yes, I do.
Yes.
I love fantasy fiction.
Yes.
Well, we have differing opinions here. I guess you say yes.
Yes.
Suppose. You went for nut punching, so whatever. Constitutes frequently. I think I understand what frequently means.
No, I don't think I'm wondering that.
I've been listening for different sounds again, but
No.
are you more than uncomfortable right now? No. Is your mouth dry? Not really.
I wouldn't say my mouth, maybe lips, like barely, but
Watch the next question. Be like, did you lick your lips? Aw. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? Nah.
no.
No. Do you believe in legendary beasts such as the Lost Next Monster or Bigfoot?
Ooh.
Those are weird ones to bring up because I don't believe in either of those. I believe in some,
But
but
such
not those.
as.
Yeah, specifically.
So we're
those
just
two,
talking about
no.
legendary beast, but Loch Ness Monster,
Again.
Bigfoot are examples.
Okay.
Do
Here's
cryptids
a
count?
weird. Well, yeah, those are both cryptids.
Mothman.
Got
Mothman.
your mom. Okay, boy.
I love the Mothman.
Weird thing about cryptids to me, I always had this
Just a
theory
secret.
that cryptids are just weird animals that people didn't know that were animals at first. So they called
Listen,
them
the
a
Fresno night crawlers.
monster. That doesn't count. Some like crazy horror author made those up in his basement somewhere, and now they're a freaking real thing. They jumped out of the pages.
Who
No,
says
I
legendary
would say-
beast isn't as much as the SCP?
Again, I would say yes, but only in the way that I think that people exaggerated what they were. I think they're real, but I
I'm
don't
sure
think
there's a
they're what,
legendary beast out there.
I don't think they're what people saw them as. I think they're definitely like they're not exactly what people see them. Are you poor with money management? I'm not. You are. So
No, I've been better.
sorry to call you out there, bud.
I've been better.
But
I've actually been better.
On the whole,
What do you mean on the whole? What whole? Nothing special.
gotta be honest. Gotta be honest here.
I think I have been better with my money.
Okay, if that's your honest answer, then I won't stop you. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me feel smart. Do you speak more than one language fluently?
Screw you.
Not fluently. I do speak a little Spanish, but not fluently. Have you ever visited a country other than your own? Speaking.
No, because I
been to
haven't been
Mexico.
needing a passport. I
I've
need a
been to
passport.
Mexico. Yeah, I've been to Mexico, but I don't know if I ever like visited it or I've just been in it for a bit. I'm not quite sure. I mean, we'll say no. I don't think it technically counts, because it was when I was a baby. Do you enjoy coffee?
No.
I do. Oh, I do, but I only enjoy cold coffee.
I do
drink
not
cold
drink coffee at all.
I drink
That's
cold
my
coffee, which
ADHD.
technically isn't really coffee, I guess.
Oh,
Do you believe in demon? Um, I guess. I mean, if there's some form of higher power out there, there has to be something going against it, right? Like that's my idea of it. That's
to
my
me,
idea of what a demon.
even people could be demons, you know.
I,
Just the
I think the
idea of
idea for
demons.
me, the idea of demons for me is something that goes against the higher powers. So I say yes.
And count me as a demon.
All right. Looks like you're a demon now. That's like the title of an anime. My best friend is a demon. You believe in angels. I believe in the fact that there are some form of angel. Again, not exactly.
I think the ideal
angels.
angel, no.
The ideal angel, no. But personally, I would say yes.
In angels, though. I'm taking more as the ideal.
I'm using the idea of angels to be the thing that helps the higher power, which I would say yes. Again, they're not quite the beacons of perfection that you would think. Afraid of sharks? Nah. I'm afraid
That's
of
in
what's
the water.
I'm afraid of what's in the water.
And that includes
isn't-
sharks.
Well, no. Listen, I'm afraid of what's in the water that isn't things that we know. You know what I mean? I'm afraid of what's lower than the sharks.
I guess
Like
so.
the sharks themselves, I understand them. I'm not afraid. I'm afraid of what could be below them. Do you prefer baths over showers?
No.
A bath is just sitting in your own filth.
Strong no.
Like hot take, but a bath you just sit in your own filth.
I've been wanting to try a bath again, but I know I'm gonna end up showering before taking a bath.
Yeah, a bath is definitely like a thing you soak in, and I don't know if you want to soak in your own filth like that. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you headaches? No.
No.
There's a lot of perfumes and
It
cologne.
literally has to, unless they popped the thing off and drenched it.
Unless it's like your standard
to
like
be
Axe body
strong.
spray. Like Axe, I hate. It's disgusting. Did you see that shadow move in your room a few seconds or a few moments ago?
No, because it's not real.
What shadow? Yeah, what shadow? What you mean, bro? You ever hear your name being called and you know no one is calling it?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, that's a
Weird. I hate it.
Where did I read this? There's a weird thing about it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
Thing,
why dogs are good. If the dogs aren't freaking out, then you know it's fake.
yeah, true. Do things in your home often go missing and then reappear later? Yeah.
Yes, that is
a lot.
that is ADHD.
That's just human life in general. I get it too, and I don't have ADHD.
I'm trying to do ADHD. It's
Dude, I lost a freaking gift card yesterday, and I freaked out. I was like, no, my Texas Roadhouse gift card, and then I found it in like my pocket.
dude, my
just today.
ADHD has been so bad that sometimes I'll forget where my phone is when I'm holding it.
Oh,
It's
dang.
bad
Well,
sometimes.
that's a very like common thing for people though. For some reason, when they're holding an object, they can't perceive it. You ever hear footsteps around when you're alone? No,
No.
unless it's my own. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? No, not knocking.
I'm in an old house, so my house makes a lot of noises naturally.
Not knocking, but I definitely hear noises just because I'm a very like audio heavy person. That's why I said I hate living alone or like I'd hate it for a while because I need background noise. And if the background noise is coming from something that I don't perceive as something I'm used to, then I'd be like,
That's why I like this old house, because this old house
But
just
no,
naturally has noise.
Whenever I'm alone, I just kind of like hear noises because I'm always like thinking about stuff.
You're thinking about it, and you think that you hear it.
No, I mean like I'm thinking about like something I saw on a show, and I'm like laughing to myself about it, and like I close my eyes and then I could hear it, and my brain playing out again.
Yeah, your
It's kinda
brain's
weird.
playing it, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, but I don't hear knocking noises. Do you often look at the same time? Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day?
I don't think so.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, like every day, you look at the clock when it's like around 3 p.m. That type of thing.
Oh,
Like there's a common
not
time
really.
when you see it.
Not really. Have you ever felt your feet being grabbed at night while sleeping? No, that's a really weird thing to feel.
Isn't that like specifically something that exists?
Uh, it's something to do with either sleep paralysis or
It's freaky
uh,
though. I like
it's
it.
either sleep paralysis or
Just
something.
like an arm coming under the mattress.
It's that viral video of that, like that horror viral video, of the kid getting dragged under the bed. Do you have any pets? Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Is your favorite color green?
Hmm. Hmm.
They're calling you out, buddy. The answer for me is no. You know my favorite color.
I like a lot of colors though.
The one that you like have told me that is your favorite the most often has been green, though.
You know what's sad?
What?
When I got my new Apple Watch, guess what color?
It's green, isn't it?
Green is
God
nice.
damn. Finally, they're calling you out instead of just me. Or both of us are actually using you for once. Are you attracted to a family member?
They're calling you out now. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm joking. Please, God.
I will freaking jump through this Discord
Sweet
call.
home Alabama.
I love you, Alabama.
No.
That's a pretty easy question to answer. If you won the lottery, would you share the money with anyone?
I share my money already.
I'll share my money.
I
with
share
my
my money already. You act like a lottery ticket is not gonna cause that to happen.
I feel like my mom deserves it. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role?
Oh, I would
I feel
die
like
so quick as dictator.
I feel like it'd be a pretty crappy dictator.
Dude, I would start freaking pulling the cloth off of so much, and then president would be like, nah.
I'm happy enough with just playing Tropico 5, so I think I'm good. Yeah, I'd say no. I'll just go play like Civ.
I'd accept the role. I might not
Oh.
last long, but
Okay.
I think it'd be fun.
Take it up, man.
Take the power.
Take the power. Do you ever wonder what it would be like to be in prison?
Yes.
Oddly enough, I have thought about it. Not like all the time, but like here or there, I'd be like, if I was in prison, I'd probably get beat up.
Dude, we'd be a way out if we both got arrested together.
It would literally be a way out, yeah.
We
Dude, we just Shawshank Redemption it, man.
I would love to break out of prison just to get like food. Like I just want to go to Wendy's.
And then you come back, we'll be like,
Dude,
"Hey,
how
guys,
funny would that? I seriously, I feel like I would
went down to-
throw the spin on so many people. Like really,
I went
this
down
is
to the
what
gas
you
station. I
did?
just wanted a burger. Sorry, man.
Dude, prison pizza is funny though.
Actually, from what I've heard, prison food's pretty good. Do you like fishing? Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while, but I do enjoy it.
Isn't there a saying about fishing being closest thing to God? I know there's a cleanliness saying, but
I think that's a meme. I don't know if that's real.
I don't know, fishing's weird. There's a lot. I think there's a lot behind fishing that honestly could be horror.
I feel like fishing is basically hunting, so that means hunting is being close to God too. So, you know. Oh. I mean, I never really went hunting specifically for like big game, but I feel like I would enjoy it. Yeah. It'd be fun.
The process I don't think would be fun anymore is when I have to go and skin it.
Okay, after taking like a year of, well, I guess 2 technical years of anatomy classes, I've been desensitized to opening things.
Oh, I know I would do it, but I can't. Like in today's age.
There's a story I know I definitely can't share here because it would be too gruesome.
No, I know. I'm just trying to say, like, in a survival sense, yes, but for like just sport, no.
Let's just say if I were to go hunting, I would be desensitized because let's just say I went to I guess you could a morgue, and yeah, we did things there. So
A morgue on 5th Street.
Shut up. No, we had to do things at a morgue for an anatomy class. That's all I will say. But I think I'd be desensitized to that part, so I still think I'd have fun.
I always love entering like street addresses, like Cleveland Boulevard, and then seeing so many streets pop up.
Dude, do like Washington.
Oh my
like-
god! Don't even get me started on freaking cities.
Well, no, not even city, just the street of Washington.
No.
There's a lot. Or like Linwood. That's a common one, I think.
I just don't think in reality I would enjoy hunting unless like I had to do it.
That's your answer.
I just don't want to kill if I don't have to kill, that type of thing.
I feel like I'd only have fun hunting things that would be like invasive species.
Let's go get some squirrels.
I mean, like, technically they are invasive. I'd go hunting for like pigeons and crows. Those things are everywhere.
No, let's just go out to the desert and get some prairie dogs.
Those things aren't invasive.
Freaking those little skinless rats out
Ooh.
there, dude.
They're so cute.
They're evil.
They're adorable.
They're evil.
You're evil. Answer the question.
How should I answer it though? Because the ideal.
What do you mean? How should you? You just told me how you would answer. You said no. You literally said you would hate the process.
If I was to go out right now,
How does that change it
Yeah.
that much?
but yeah, stuff like Hunt Showdown,
That's not.
hunting down other people.
We're not freaking. You're not Katniss Everdeen, dude.
Dude, listen, man.
Most dangerous game. All right, we're freaking talking about animals. You just talked about fishing. We're talking about hunting. It's freaking animals.
I can
Come
put
on.
any situation over it.
Well, then you're a freaking sociopath.
I am.
I see the word hunting immediately. Freaking, I turn into 47. Put the barcode on the back. I shave my head down. Put on that suit. Head out.
I was just saying the idea of hunting, yes, but
Imagine going to an arcade with Big Game Hunter on it. You put your quarter in, and all of a sudden it turns into like freaking No Russian Modern Warfare 2. And that's what you're looking at it as.
dude, have you ever played Camhead?
What?
Camhead.
What?
Do you not remember Camhead?
What do you mean Camhead?
Camhead. You're
I'll put it in the video to figure out what it is, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
It's such a flip of a coin for me. We'll just go with yes since you want to say yes.
All right. Do you like camping? That's a weird one. I enjoy it with other people.
I have a very
Oh boy, here we go.
wandering ward when it comes to forests, and you know that
Oh, I thought you-
already.
I thought you were about to say I have a weird camping story because I do.
Go for it.
So I went camping out at a lake with a couple of friends not that long ago, maybe like a year ago. We rented out a cabin for the weekend. It was pretty fun. We all hung out. When we were walking in the nearby like fields, they had like nearby fields that you could just go through. They had a little trail through it. It was a really nice little like roundabout. You can go around the lake and all the way back to the cabins. But we didn't go that far. It would have taken us like 2 hours to get back, and it was already midnight. We were just walking through the field, and we could have swore we saw like somebody out in the fields walking, like out of the path. Like all of us pointed it out. Like there was a guy or something big, something that was on two legs walking through the field. it was far enough away that it probably wouldn't have heard us talking, or if it did, it would have been like very faint. But we could swear it was walking faster than what a human's normal walk speed would be, but like slower than a run. And it was pushing things out of it was pushing the reeds of like tall grass out of the way. So we knew something was out there. But as soon as one of the other girls that we were with pointed out, she's like, yeah, what is that freaking thing? It stopped. Like she said it really loud too, so it must have heard it. It like dead stopped, and we just booked it away from the field and back to the cab. That was like the scariest thing I ever went through. One of the younger girls that was with us like cried for an hour.
I don't trust the forest, dude. I don't trust what is in the forest.
Well, it wasn't even a forest. It was like the fields that were like backyard of the owner of the lake resort, which was weird. But like maybe it was just a dude out there, like maybe patrolling, looking for people, making sure that everybody was okay. The weirdest thing was the fact that why was it away from the trail?
I don't know.
Why was it in the reeds of grass that were like about as tall as a person? And like that's the weirdest part about it. It was just horrifying. It was weird. I will always remember the way that it stopped too, because we stopped like we had stopped halfway through the field, and we had a pretty good view on where it was because we could see just barely the tops of the reeds moving everywhere. And when it stopped, we knew it stopped because the reeds stopped moving. We stopped hearing things like moving in the distance. It was like the world paused. Like somebody paused the world for a minute. I still have so vivid memories of it. It was bad. Thank God it was our last night there too.
I just feel like I'd be too paranoid when like camping out in the middle of nowhere.
So I like camping, but when it comes to that kind of thing, I'm also like,
cabin near something. Then yeah, I'm fine with that. But
yeah, I mean, it wasn't like we were too far away. It was like probably like we were 10 minutes away from the rest of the resort, and people were still partying on the beach, not even like a mile away.
When I'm thinking camping, I'm thinking like setting a tent up and everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it doesn't count, but still.
No.
I wouldn't do like camping with a tent. I hate that.
Dude, I hate it. New tents suck. Because we used to have a big old tent that on the sides there were tubes that led to two like smaller tents. So like it was perfect for a family. Literally perfect. Because it was like living room tent and then bedroom tent. It was so goddamn cool. But I've not been able to find any other tents like that at all.
Weird. That does sound awesome.
It's amazing, dude. I just set that up in the backyard. I even set that thing up in the house.
Oh, nice.
Dude, tent in the house, that's the life. Oh,
do you like guns? God dang it. Now I'm being called out again. Yes, I do.
Guns are fun.
Are you getting tired of answering questions? No. It's been very thought-provoking. I've been enjoying this a lot. Would you consider yourself to be geek?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Here's my rule, right? I'm down to try anything at least once. Does that make me that, though? In your opinion, does that make me have to answer yes if I'm willing to try everything at least once?
I'm trying to think here.
Because I would consider that as a no. But
if it ends up being something, it depends on what it is too. That's
as of now, it is a no. It is to be seen later on if that would change.
I don't know what I could say.
It's bad either way. It's bad either way. It's a TMI question.
I'm just trying.
See, there's nothing to explain.
I'm trying to think of my answer.
You're digging a bigger hole by thinking this long.
Well.
You gotta fill that.
You gotta fill that. What do you think then, huh?
Why would I know?
You just asked me.
Yeah, because I gave you an example. You're asking me out of the blue. I literally said freaking like, well, I'm willing to try everything at least once. You that were like, well, then what do you think about me? Like, what do you? Unless you have the same mindset, I can't answer that without it being an awkward answer. I, I don't know what you want from me.
I think
We already answered no to the psychic powers question, so I
think I-
can't tell what you're thinking.
I think I can be.
Then answer the question yes. If you think you can be.
When other items
See,
get
the
involved, I think that's when I can get.
All right. I just freaking clicked the yes button. Jesus.
Okay,
Let's
see,
not-
there you go.
Let's not dwell on this. Stop. Eyes are the window to the soul. Do you agree? We were just talking about that earlier. How like you're attracted to looking at people's eyes. This is weird. Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I feel like you can tell a lot about somebody's emotions by looking them in the eyes. Do you always keep your promises? I try my best, but sometimes I'm not able to. I think if you're always able to keep a promise, then you're just a liar. I'm gonna be honest with that one. Like that's you. There's no way you can keep every promise you make, right?
I'm saying,
not a
I'm
thing.
thinking more like as I'm more of an adult now.
As more of an adult now, sure, I do my best, but again, that's kind of an impossible task to give me. You know, I'm gonna make promises that I can't.
Yeah,
keep,
I
and if
never,
can't keep them,
I never gave a promise
know?
I know that I can't keep.
See, I've given
Personally, for
promises
me,
that I know
I know
I can.
am fine.
I've given promises I know that I can, but then something gets in the way of me having the ability to do so. So then I have to make it up to that person. I've had that happen multiple times. So I would say no,
Yeah, true.
just because I'm an idea. Would you ever completely trust someone who's lied to you? The
Oh,
second
no.
chances and the blank slate thing here.
Oh no.
I mean, you've lied to me, but not in like a mean-spirited way. So
What did I lie to you about? I don't know, Joe. Did what? I'm trying to think.
but that's what I'm saying. It was mostly like either for a comedic effect or like we're specifically like dissuading me from thinking that you owned something so that way you could show me that you owned it. Like that kind of thing. It's not in a mean-spirited way. You've lied to me, but not in a way that would be mean. I think I've done it to you. Yeah, I told you the PC thing when I bought a new PC.
Yeah, and you saw where
was
that
like, yeah,
got you.
Freaking thing exploded. You know. So yeah, I think we can both. I think we can both say yes to that because it's been done already. No.
I'm trying to think.
How was it? Didn't you say you had what?
Well, because I'm a half-blood to the rest of my family.
I don't know if that counts though. Still, I don't know if that would be like.
The only
I
thing
still
that
think if you could.
the only thing that I bond over with my siblings is the blood of my mother, but not of my father.
But that doesn't make you an only child. Your mother still had the other kids. You're still a part of that family. It's the same, dude. It's the same thing for me. My dad and my little brother's dad are two different people. He's still my brother. I'm not an only child.
Okay.
I think if at least one of the parents is the same, then you're still a part of that family. You know what I mean? The genes are still there somewhere. I wouldn't know.
I'm trying to imagine.
I mean, I guess the answer to this would probably be no, right? Because we wouldn't know anyway. I don't enjoy it because I don't know. Now, do I think I would enjoy it? Probably.
I think I would enjoy it too, because I know I wouldn't like get plastered, but I would get buzzed.
Yeah,
I would
wouldn't,
get
you
drunk.
know.
I would probably end up vomiting and then sleeping.
I think this answer then, just because I think
I think so, yeah.
it'd be fun. Be good content. Do you like tattoos? Yes, in moderation.
No, I'm planning on getting more.
Now,
Yeah.
if you're looking like generic rapper number 45, then no. But there's a man out there. His name rhymes with most Pallone, and it's too many. Do you ever enjoy being high at any? Oh my God.
That's any form. This is where
I
our
I
what high to
personally
us is.
am okay. If we're talking about specifically the substance version, I vehemently am against doing it myself. I don't care if other people do it. So in that regard, no. In other regards, I enjoy like having the feeling of just random stupidity.
I think it's
So
a
I guess
yes.
yeah.
High in any
Yeah, I
form.
guess
That's
yeah.
automatically yes.
Yeah. But from substance point, absolutely.
You see it. All I have to say to that is, when it is late, I am too tired. You know,
That's true.
you know that's me being naturally
Whoa.
high.
Well, hold on a minute. Do you believe you have a soul? Oh, Jesus. Now this one's one that I thought about a lot.
Now
I
we're in
think a
something.
soul I think the soul and the consciousness are two different things, and your consciousness gets grafted onto your soul when you die. So the soul remembers what happened, but you never will if you get transferred somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Just to
It's
simplify
like,
my answers, I think there's something beyond the heart and mind.
yeah, absolutely. I think there's something there that like brings your memories with you, but it doesn't allow you to access it. It's the whole like using only 10% of your brain type thing. If you were to remember everything, previous existences, your brain would probably just explode. Did you cry this week? No.
I don't
Well,
think
not
so.
yet. The week's not exactly over. No. Are you upset with someone right now? Not. No. I'm disappointed in somebody that did something, but not like upset. Upset.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
like,
think
man,
I'm
why'd you do
sad
that?
either.
Come on now. We can be better. Let's fix it. Is there someone you're not being completely honest with daily?
Yeah.
Well, probably the people that I don't want to be honest with because I don't enjoy their presence.
But who am I talking to daily that I'm not honest with?
There's people at work that I don't like to talk to, so I guess being honest with them
Oh
would be like
well,
telling.
that's you getting hourly hours.
Yeah, so I would say yes, but up to you to
I don't
answer.
speak to people daily, other than like you or something.
So then, what's your answer?
No, I'm doing it.
Jerk. What are you lying about? Tell me.
I lied to you. I did eat today. Oh.
I never shaved my head. Do you understand how this works yet? Kind of, yeah. It's a strange questionnaire where you're leading me down a certain path to questions that seem to be connected in some way, and you're hiding
Yeah,
things
it's kind of just like
that I'm supposed to be looking out
reflecting.
for. It's just reflection, yeah. If you answer the questions twice, your truths may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them. The combination you answer them in. It's about many different variables you never guessed. Do you understand? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure we've answered all
we're
the
kind of
questions twice, like the same way.
we're kind of pointing that out.
Yeah, we've pointed that out a couple times. Are you wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered? Not really.
No.
You've interjected quite a bit.
You've flopped around a lot before.
Yeah. If I were to tell you that this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? No? This was on Steam.
Yeah, no, not really.
I mean, suspicions of disbelief aside, are you afraid of being abandoned? I think everyone has that
Yeah,
lingering fear somewhere, right?
yeah.
That's just a fear that people would have. Are you afraid of dying alone? Not really.
No.
Honestly, I feel like dying alone would kind of be better. Do you worry that one day you'll be unexpectedly murdered? I don't worry about it.
No.
I don't know if that's a fear I constantly have. Are you always on guard waiting to fend off an attack? No? I don't think so. If I was always on guard, then I probably wouldn't be making videos.
Oh,
I think
like,
that's a
it's
weird.
kind of hard for
I
me
think
to
that's a
say
weird.
no because even like last night when I entered the bathroom because it was dark and I couldn't really see, I always like am ready if I'm gonna get grappled or something. That's the
I I
most I'm
I
always ready for.
I memorized locations so well that even if I had my eyes closed, I could probably navigate certain places, and I would also be able to tell if somebody was nearby or not. Like, there's been times where I walk downstairs without even looking around, and I know that somebody's like on the couch, even though I haven't walked that direction. So I'll say something to them from the kitchen without even looking at them. So I just kind of understand that things are where they need to be.
I'm the psycho that's always going through situations in my head.
You're just a freaking You're just a paranoid guy.
But I'm not
So
like boarding up my windows or anything. It's more like, what if this
you're
was
not. Yeah,
to
you're not
this
like
happen?
psychosomatic. You're just kind of like on your
I
guard.
just
So
run scenarios in my head.
I guess your I guess your answer would be yes then, huh?
I don't want it to be, but
I don't. Half of these questions I haven't wanted to be one thing or the other, but they kind of just have to be. Do you feel like I know you yet?
most likely.
I mean, probably at this
After
point,
all
yeah.
that,
All those questions. Come on now, that's a lot. Have you heard any strange noises while answering these? I've heard either the background music changed, or it's been the same and I didn't notice it. So I would say yes.
yeah.
I think we have enough information about you. Whether you skipped questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I've been able to tell. I'm
Or was it just
calculating
the
the results.
Watson test?
I'm analyzing you very carefully. Oh, that's another thing we should probably do together.
I've
I'm
already
judging
done it
you.
though.
Oh, dang it. I haven't.
There you go.
That'll be the flip of this one. There you go. Okay, so based on what you've told me, this is what I can conclude.
You're the murderer of case 947.
Is it freaking Ankinator?
You
Is he gonna
murdered
tell us?
Annie on 1987.
Jesus. One word describes you more than any other.
Oh, I'm afraid.
Psychopath. That word is talented. Oh,
What?
you're talented, buddy. Personally, I think you're more talented than you realize, and I think you're more talented than anyone else realizes as well. If you just spend a little bit less time out of your own head, you might get a lot further. You are by far your own worst enemy.
I hate this.
You need to seriously cut that out. Oh my God. And start trusting your natural talents and abilities.
I don't like that. I don't like. Why? What
This
is
is
this
a weird.
eagle eye?
This is a weird.
I
I mean, I
don't.
kind of. After everything that it's been talking about, I kind of get it. No one knows you better than you. However, you must pay attention to this warning. Hold on. I'm starting to think that the capitalized words were something. Trying to think, what was it? A little bit time, a lot. That's something. You're way too overcritical of yourself at times, and it can lead to you breaking yourself down way further than you ever should.
I don't like how on the dart this is.
If you're not careful, you could ruin your entire potential to be successful in life just by not paying attention to when you need to self-reflect and when you need to give yourself the credit you deserve. Start being more positive. You'll do just fine. Your secret word is fantasy.
What?
Remember this word. This will come in handy. Oh, I think it's because you answered that one question with a yes. Oh, are we done? Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session. Leave it in a comment for us. We'll be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project. I don't know if that future project's still going. I don't know when this came out. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in the comments. Yeah, I think this project might be done for. Or maybe, I don't know when this came out. Maybe we should do this.
Fantasy.
Thank you for taking the time to answer these questions. I know that they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it'll all make sense very soon. Trust me on it.
I don't like how on the nose that was.
Was that accurate for you?
What do you think?
I think it was kind of accurate, yeah.
I don't like that.
I just don't know about the creepy aesthetic here. I didn't understand why it had to be creepy.
I don't know.
Kind of put me off a lot. So, wait a minute. Always dash connect. Huh?
This is always dash me.
Well, I mean, for like these RPG Maker games, it makes you move around more.
Is it made an RPG
always...
Maker or something?
Well, this is definitely RPG Maker. Are you kidding me? Look at it. But, huh. Oh, well, that was the test.
Yeah,
we
that
did
was
it.
the test, people.
We completed the test. He learned a lot about himself. A lot.
Maybe I should make you take this just so you can see what your word is.
Maybe I'll take this on my own just to, like, so that way we don't have to sit through it all the way, you know?
But yeah. Interesting.
Really weird game, but also it really did like open up my eyes to a lot of different things. It's really awkward how a dumb little like pixelated game can do that.
For $1.60.
$1.60 on Steam, the test. I like that. That's fun.
How do we end this? They're not leaving.
I forgot the script. Oh God! Oh God! Everything's burning down. The house is on fire. Oh my God! There's children falling out of the windows.
You got in there.
I think maybe.
It's just never ending. There's just bloopers. I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore.
The test.
Welcome back, guys, to another video of the
Welcome to the test, part 48.
another 4 hours on this.
Oh my God! All right.
Okay. And 3, 2, 1.